All right, lads, we are live. We also have the scorecard, but it's not the most happening or the positive scorecard. Current, we were planning to come back on when it was the end of tea
Tea.
break,
Yeah.
but here we are with England needing 57 runs. Joe Root batting on 98.
Mm.
Yeah, no, not the most optimistic and the most
We
happy.
need we need a hat trick to hopefully do something.
If you're joining in for the first time, hit that like button. It'll push the stream out to a lot more people. We'll do a watch long until the end of this test match, which will happen today. So until either England get those 57 runs or we get 5 more wickets, basically. We say 5 because Chris Wokes won't come out to possibly bat. 3 minutes left for the end of tea break, so the match is delayed because of the wet outfield. Yeah, we will do this watch along and then we will have a post where we talk about what went wrong with the Indian team today. There's a lot to talk about. But yeah, you guys joining in, yeah. Thank you guys for joining in to begin with. It's a it's a Sunday afternoon. Actually, it's a Sunday night.
Night. Yeah. We've
Yeah,
lost track of time. That's how
yeah.
bad we've
It's
had things today. But
yeah,
yeah.
it's a Sunday night where you guys are not only choosing to listen to us, but you guys are also choosing to watch the match, which is admirable. To be honest, we will admire that effort. Samrit Das, hey Sriram, hey Umang. A lot of you guys have had already started chat,
Yeah.
which is great to see. Hopefully, the scorecard works. I'm hoping it works.
Please speak about this disgraceful team management. We'll get to all of this in due time. Obviously, there will still be a post-match analysis.
Yeah. We'll
But
also
yeah,
have a rant
yeah,
from
we'll
the two
have
of
a bit of
us.
a rant. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with a lot of the players, a lot of the team management. Yeah, I mean
Selection.
the
There's so much to
captain.
talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. For now, we'll focus on the game, and for now, like let's chat for a bit. Hit
Mm.
that like button. There are 42 guys. Hopefully, it builds up over time, and yeah, let's have 20 likes before the start of day's play. Not day's play, before the start of the last session of the day. If we can have, if 7 likes.
Please let them struggle for the last 50 runs. Yeah.
Yeah, Dish, I think that's the plan for them. I mean, the plans are of plenty. It's just that, to be fair, the
Execution.
Indian bowlers have been a little
Yeah.
unlucky.
Yeah.
We bowled extremely well in the first session, taking nothing away from them.
I think Siraj in that first spell to go
Yeah.
wicketless
And
after
Akash Deep also. Yeah.
exactly after how many times he beat the bat is
Yeah.
just sad. Yeah.
Gill as a captain is so uninspiring. He gave up like 2 hours ago. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think, yeah, the Indian bowlers are just so tired. I mean, you
Yeah.
can see Siraj just every time Gill is changing the field,
He's
Siraj is
just on his
just
haunches.
taking
Yeah.
a break. Even Akash Deep, his pace was around 128, 130. That's when you know you're just very tired. Right. How has the team selected 3 bowlers in a must-win game? Yeah, that is exactly
Exactly.
what we're going to talk about
Exactly.
post-match. We predicted this from the second test match. When
Right.
second test match, even though we won with such a defensive team, we talked about how this is not going to work in the long run. This
Mm.
It's going to come back to bite them in the ass, and that's exactly what's happened with the Indian team. Who should bowl with Siraj now? I honestly don't know. I think they could start off with 2 fast bowlers, but I think
If they have it in them, yeah, just
yeah,
I mean at this point you have 50 runs to play with. You know, spin might not do much. Uh yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I have nothing to say because you need a miracle to win this game from here. You need a 3 wickets in 2 overs or something like that.
yeah,
You
that's
just need
true.
back-to-back luck to go your
I mean,
way.
we talked about this in the pre-match how one big stand shouldn't discourage the Indian bowlers. Except that stand just went on and on and on.
Yeah, and it's also to do with the kind of batting because something we'd also touched upon is the likes of, or the importance rather, of getting out someone like a Duckett, a Harry Brook, and Jamie Smith. And
Yeah.
the attacking batters is what has taken the game away because Joe Root, sure, he scored very important runs. He's very likely going to get a century, but he's been doing it at a decent pace.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
Brook has got 100 faster than
Yeah,
run a ball.
that's true. Two comments that really get to me. Sriram says you guys have an entire video planned after the match on the team management, right? I remember you saying that. Also, I just got an ad in the middle of the stream. Why does that happen? Okay, wait. I'll check the settings right now. And the other thing is, I will skip the match from now on and watch the post match press
Mm.
conference by GG. It gives us a feeling that India have won. I agree with that.
Yeah, fair.
You know what? Wait. This ad thing, I will try to do something about this. Okay, now it
Fine.
should be okay. I don't think there should be any ads. If there are any ads in the middle of the stream, please let me know.
Let us know.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
us know in the chat. Let's get to 20 likes before the match starts, before the last session begins. But yeah, let us know if there's any ads in the middle of the stream. When you click on the stream, there might be an ad, but in the middle of the stream, let me know. All right. Morkel and Gambhir last at the office. I don't know about Morkel. There was a rumor, interestingly, of how
Mhm.
the batting, everyone might just be replaced except for Gautam Gambhir, which is what fascinates me. I don't know who's running stuff, but yeah, here we are. It's a rumor after all. It's nothing
Mm.
confirmed, but still,
How do you recover from losing a 370 plus chase 3 times in a row?
11 years ago. Oh, Shrikant's back. Shrikant's here. Mohammed's. Oh, right. So we have the game on. First ball after lunch. First over after lunch is taken by Akashdeep. If we can have 2 more likes before the first ball, we would have achieved our goal of 20 likes before the first ball after tea. So let's get that to 20 likes. 2 more likes.
6 wickets in an over incoming, says Adish, and hopefully that is the case.
Chess Master says, I sense a miracle, right? First ball after tea. We have Akashdeep running into bowl and Jacob Bethel playing that straight to mid-off.
Sun's out once again.
Yeah, the sun's out.
The clouds just kind of cleared.
You know you're tired when the first ball after tea is just 131 kilometers per hour. That's not a warm-up delivery. That's your tank left for the day. As much as the fast bowlers might hope for a miracle, I don't know how much they have left from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple
Are-
of things. I want to see who starts from the other end. Siraj
Yeah.
was just outright just tired. But if Siraj does continue from the other end, it won't be a surprise.
That's a beautiful shot for no run. Oi.
Couple of things, right? It hasn't seemed as much as we thought. If anything, the seam movement has reduced over the test match.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Sure, batting has got a lot more easier. I just think the Indian fast bowlers have got no support. Playing three fast bowlers, yeah, you just.
Yeah, they're
Akshay
all.
Krishnan is in the chat saying India will
Yeah,
win.
Akshay, what's
Lads,
up?
damn.
Let's hope. I mean, at one point, I think in 52 overs, the Pacers had balled 50 overs. So
Yeah, true.
this goes to show, I mean, how much bowling there has been. And there's only 3 of them, which hasn't helped India's cause at all. And they're running in, giving their 100%.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
just not come off today.
Let me know if the scorecard in the chat keeps changing. As in, if it doesn't change, let me know, because then that's no point. Was Prasid bowling good or was it just plain trash? He was bowling really good in the first session. And
But I
then,
think, yeah, once they kind of started attacking him, he lost his plot a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, still a much improved bowling performance, especially from Prasid, but
Yeah, true. Samrat, dude, today you've been on point with all of your comments. So Gigi said in the press conference last game that this is the common man's team. He was right, as the common man is used to getting disappointed. Sorry.
Where do we even begin?
Srikanth, yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Poor captaincy by not bringing spinners on. We have a very interesting technical tidbit on that, rotating your bowlers, and why it was important for him to introduce spinners early on. It's good to see Shubman Gill smiling about having fun. I mean, that as long as your head is not down, there's some chance, there's some hope in some sense. Dark clouds above the stadium. I'm hoping it rains today and tomorrow. And then we can always say, hey, we could have 1 wicket would have changed the game.
I'd rather this misery ends today.
Right.
Oh, ball change time. Or is it? Ball is not passed through one, has passed through the other. That's perfectly fine. Carry on with this sport. Jaddu showing the ball around. Maybe it has gone out of shape a bit.
Indian fourth innings was, yeah. We may see
Something.
I don't know. That's short and wide. You know what's interesting? I have never seen Jadeja consistently field at mid-off in his entire test career. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's something wrong with his hand or they've just given up on him backward point or they want him at mid-off. I don't know what it is, but him not at backward point is a very big surprise to me. Unless he has a finger injury going on, I'm shocked he's not at point.
And at least that, if it's on his bowling hand, might explain why he's not bowled as much, but I don't think that has anything to do with it.
We needed that ball change. I don't think there's going to be reverse swing because of the conditions.
That's not happening. Yeah, but a ball change might just, I don't know, get something out of the pitch.
Yeah, the ball isn't seaming as much. It's not swinging, evidently. The pace is down. There needs to be something from somewhere for this Indian team. Thanks for those 30 likes. Oh, that's the end of the over. That's 300 and... Oh, that's not... That's 317 by the end of 67 overs.
That's a maiden, right?
Yeah, that's amazing. It's a good start. I want to see how Joe Root starts from the other end. Do you guys think Gill is getting the team he wants? I don't know if Gill is getting the team he wants. I know the captain's now selecting the team they need to win matches. I don't know who's selecting the team. It's not good enough. All right, Siraj does continue from the other, and man, he's bowled long, long spells today. It's insane how long he's been going on for. 21 overs, just 2 wickets in hand, giving 91 runs away. He's been very, very good with the ball. But to have.
Very good, very unlucky. I
Yeah,
saw a tweet today talking about how Bumrah must be, Siraj must be feeling exactly how Bumrah feels on certain days
yeah, that's
when
true.
there's not been a lot of support. But yeah,
If we get nicked it out by now and KL catches, it's going to make my day. Oh, Srikanth. Is this it for GG? Yeah, that's exactly what our title suggests. It's something we will talk about by the end of the day. Siraj to Root, it would be great to get him out before Root gets his century. And we'll find out. Oh my god, there are no slips. A leg slip in
wow.
place. I don't know what the plan is.
At this point, you might as well just have all attacking fields, make the batters try and play some shot. Because if you're just going to give them easy singles, it's pointless.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what the plan is though. If
Uh,
it's a short ball ploy, that wasn't short enough. You can't just have a leg slip. If you have a leg slip, I'm assuming you have a deep fine leg, deep square leg, you have a mid wicket. For the short ball ploy, then you have a deep point.
Umang, you said something. I don't know what that is.
Arey, I said that, Praatibh. This has been a colossal disaster of a series for us. Couldn't defend 370 on a bowling deck. I don't necessarily think this is a bowling deck. I think the purchase from the pitch today has been quite less.
Yeah.
But
yeah, 370 is something, especially on this ground, that India should be defending, man.
yeah, delaying the humiliation is the plan. That's the plan. See, I like this field, but I get why you wouldn't have 2 slips and a gully for Joe Root. I still think you should have 2 slips and a gully, but I can understand why you wouldn't. I just didn't know what the plan was in the first ball. Unless the plan was just to give Root the single to bowl to Bethel more. I don't think that's the way to go about it. Gill's field setup, bowling rotation sucks worse than MS Dhoni in Test. Except MS Dhoni had a lot more experience, lads. Gill's, this is his 5th Test match as captain. And even as the captain, you have that mental fatigue by the end of the 5th Test match.
Okay, about what Siraj is feeling cool. Yeah, I think Gill, even in these 5 games, he has grown.
Yeah.
He's definitely shown sparks that he can sort of captain this team well, but yeah, still a long way to go.
Yeah, you judge a captain in multiple series and not a first 5 Test match series.
That too overseas.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think if you'd asked us at the start, obviously we're not taking a loss. We don't want to go down 3-1, but with how the series has progressed, with how many chances we've created, it almost feels like a disappointment that we're going to go down 3-1. It should have been. It's similar to 2018 in the sense that the scoreline shows 4-1, but the games are so much closer.
Yeah, that's true. It's stupid that captain has 40 overs again without spinners. No, I agree with that. I think
Yeah.
the way Shubman Gill's rotated the fast bowlers has been quite disappointing, and that is something we'll touch upon. It's quite surprising to me that what's more surprising is the fact that you sit outside as the coach and the bowling coach and the batting coach or whatever, and you can't tell the captain. I mean, sometimes I think it's okay from the outside to tell the captain what to do or suggest something. I don't know if that happens.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, it's a big surprise to me because from the outside, it's easier to play out the game, right? On the field, it's a lot more difficult because you're part of the game. From the outside, like us, it's easier to tell the captain what to do. And as a coach, I think it's okay to suggest ideas. I don't know if that happens. And if it does, and if Shubman Gill doesn't listen to it, that's another problem. Or if it doesn't, that's yet another problem. So. Oh yeah, Rohan, we read this on Twitter that Karun Nair should start ball tampering. Anyways, it's his last match. Yeah, we saw that. I thought
Yeah.
it was quite humorous to say the least.
We.
The ball isn't doing anything, if you guys notice. After T, I mean, Siraj's pace is 137, good on him. But yeah, the ball
That's
isn't
crazy.
doing much at all. It's not seaming, it's not swinging. 67 overs old. We might just get to the second new ball, but I don't know how many runs will be remaining. I think this should be a short spell for both. And I think, hey, Mark
Hey,
Nicholas.
Mark Nicholas, Mick Jagger.
Oh,
Nice.
I think I know the woman on the right. Anyway, yeah, I think there should be a short spell for both of them. Have a spinner come on and just rotate your fast bowlers from one end.
Yeah.
You know, interestingly enough, I mean, we can talk about that stat now. Out of the third, so since the Lords win against England in 2014, we have won 13 Test matches overseas, right? So since 2014 Lords Test against England, we have. Oh, that's sorry, that's the end of the over. 318 for 4 by the end of 68 overs. All right. So since the Lords Test in 2014, we have won 13 matches in Sena countries. Out of those 13 matches, 8 matches we have won where we have used at least 4 fast bowlers, and not out and out fast bowlers. The fourth fast bowler was either Stuart Binney or Hardik Pandey for the most part, but there have been test matches where we have used 4 out and out fast bowlers as well. But yeah, 8 out of 13 wins have come when India has won. India has played 4 fast bowlers. Says something about
There's
using
something.
four
Yeah.
fast bowlers. And even the other 5 occasions, I think 3 out of 5 have come where we have played 4 solid bowlers at least. And so that can either be Ashwin and Jadeja, or Ashwin or Jadeja. At that point, I would say Jadeja was a better bowler overseas than he is right now. But yeah, says something. And most of these were also under Virat's captaincy, and that also says something.
True.
It's no coincidence that we were successful.
Wow.
Lovely stuff. The one ball that swung went down the leg. Yeah, that's a wide 4. That's the second wide and 4 that Akashdeep has given.
That's the worst possible result when you need just 57 runs to win. Hey, 100 viewers, nice. So many people here to share the sorrows.
Pain. Yeah, that's true.
That's nice.
Let's get this to 50 likes if we can. Before they chase down 51 runs, if we can. Root stranded on 99.
Yeah, I think India should just continue to ball 4 wides.
Yeah.
Let Root not get 200 or possibly call for a handshake at this point.
Yeah, handshake wouldn't be
You
too bad,
seriously
actually.
want to get 100 against Jaiswal? Great
Yeah.
time to bring him in.
GG messed up the team selection to give it back to the selection committee as he was not selected after playing a match-winning knock in 2011 World Cup final. Samrit, I don't know where you're generating this from.
Damn.
If it's your brain, man, you got to be in a creative field is what I'm going to tell you. But all right, Joe Root on 99, one of the best test batters of this generation, if not the best, arguable according to some. And he takes that single.
There it is.
He gets yet another 100, not just in his test career, but in this series so far. You got to give it to him. A chanceless knock. Not once did he look trouble. He was a bit fidgety to start off with, but he continued to stay in and scores 100. One of the easiest singles of his test career, if you can say that. He scored 13,500 runs with an average of 51, a total of 39 test hundreds and 66 50s across 288 innings.
And he's dedicated that to Graham Thorpe.
Yeah, which is why they're wearing those headbands, by the way. It was his birthday a couple of days ago.
Great
August
gesture.
1st, if I'm not wrong.
He wasn't wearing it all this while and he's just taken it out for that, which is very nice to see. We also have Papa Root and Mama Root in the stands.
What a fantastic knock for Joe Root. It's clearly a match-winning knock for successful chases, by the way. So successful chases for England batting, of course, 4th innings. Joe Root has an average of more than 100, so says something. So for him to score 100 and possibly England going to win this match, man, most hundreds in Test cricket, he goes past Kumar Sangakkara for 39 hundreds. He's just behind Ricky Ponting, 2 behind Ricky Ponting, in fact. And he'll go past him soon too.
Yeah, he'll probably go past him. Maybe in the Ashes. Who knows? That's a lovely on drive for no runs.
Damn. What a game. What a series for Joe Root. 200s, and he has, I think, another 50 or so. But
and to be honest, I think this is one of his more fluent knocks in the series. There's a couple of times where he's been very fidgety to start off with, especially. But for him to still, even in this kind of form where he's not at his best, to just play it out, to just play time and to take it deep and to get here, especially in this 4th innings.
He was the best partner to have with Harry Brook. When Harry Brook was going hell for leather almost every other ball, attacking, Joe Root was just giving him strike. And that's exactly what you needed to do. And when the spinners came on, or when Joe Root got a bad ball, he put that away. He made sure he put that away. And I think that just goes to show why he has 13,000 test runs, why he has those 50s and 100s. Yeah, it's just... I mean, are you stuck? Or you are stuck?
Nice.
All right.
Torpy.
Yeah, what a knock to have played in the last test match on the way to win yet another match and yet another series in England. He's just been a different beast since Ben Stokes. I think it's the other way around. He's become a different batter, not just post COVID, but since he let off captaincy. Just having that pressure. He has talked about how the captaincy did get to him. He thought he had to play another way. He took a lot of responsibility. And just letting go of that captaincy, not only has he changed as a batter, but it seems like it's just worked for
Hmm.
him.
Umang Jain says, I know you guys did a video on our bowlers' fitness. I like the video, but I still don't agree with it. We'd like to know what part.
Yeah, what do you not agree
It
with?
would make some interesting discourse.
Most hundreds in Test cricket, Sachin, of course, 51, Jack Ellis, 45, Ricky Ponting, 41, Joe Root, 39. The only player
Yeah.
in this list to not have retired currently is Joe Root.
Yeah.
Damn. And he will go past Ricky
Yeah,
Ponting, may possibly Jack Ellis, and
Ellis
maybe
also.
Sachin. If going past Sachin
Bethel steps out, and that should be a boundary. Yes, it is.
for Joe Root to go past Sachin would be a feat. A lot of hundreds
Yeah,
still to go.
true.
But
Yeah,
Jacob Bethel, by
1200.
the way, is this kind of player. He does attack. So for him to play 5 runs, for him to have just 1 run and 23 deliveries in itself is a shock.
Hmm.
But here we are. Nerf ruled by captaincy again. How do the BCCI fix this train wreck of a test team? How do they? All right, it's not as bad as it looks, right?
Mm.
Boys, a bit racism in the chat. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. That's fine. Uh, it's not that bad of a team. It's just you got to get your team balanced right. You can't have 3 fast bowlers play on a green wicket and hope they take 20 wickets.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. It's not that bad of a team. I don't think we're in a train wreck. I just think whoever's making the team selection has a
Yeah. Needs to do their homework,
yeah.
to say the least. I
That's
mean,
the end of the over, by the way. That's 330 for 4 by the end of 69 overs.
because if you look at individual performances, this has been quite the revelation in terms of a series for us. So many batters scoring so many runs. You have the youngsters stepping up. You have bowlers who've stepped up individually.
Yeah.
It's just about clicking as a group and getting the combinations right. Because, yeah, like under Kohli, also, it was a young team. And what we used to do right more often than not was get our team combinations right. There has to be some amount of risk that you need to take, which is in this case just playing 4 or 5 proper bowlers. And that's the only way you're going to get 20 wickets.
Umang says you guys compared current bowlers' fitness with previous eras.
Mm.
Would have made more sense to compare extensively with contemporaries.
Right. We can probably look into that as well because that video is mostly centered around India's fitness issues,
Yeah,
so
and
to
Indian
speak.
fast bowlers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the narrative generally around the bowlers' fitness is a lot of people like a Kapil Dev or Wasim Akram saying that these bowlers just don't ball enough in the nets. But you also tend to forget that their workload and just their schedules are so insanely packed, and neither is there an off season for them. It's the
Yeah.
IPL. So, yeah.
And I think even if you compare them to the contemporaries, I think Indian
Mm.
bowlers might just bowl a lot, not a lot more, but just a little more. Like if you
Yeah.
compare them to Pat Cummins or like a Rabada or like a Hazelwood or
And the other thing you need to understand is that the fast bowlers outside of the country or from Australia or whatever have also had their fair share of injuries. It's not that they are just, but the thing, of course, is that there is a certain amount of prioritization that they or the board also does, which is what India or BCCI needs to look into.
I think Siraj is bowling a good spell, to be honest.
Mm.
I mean, his pace is not that low. He's still giving it his all. But you got to be honest, the pitch isn't doing much. There
Yeah.
is no seam, there is no swing. It's just died down for whatever reason. I don't think that's the reason India is going to lose this game. I think it's the team selection. But you can't deny the fact that on this day, on day 4, compared to the last 3 days, the pitch isn't doing anything at all.
Yeah, true. Yeah, fourth pacer here would have made such a big difference. That one's come
Oi.
back in.
That was just an optimistic appeal.
Well, that's nipped back yet again. It's just been the entire inning. Siraj to Root has been just nip backers, setting him up for the nip backer by bowling outswingers, but it's just not worked out.
Bloody good ball.
It was.
Oh. If that catch went to the slips, I don't think anyone's moving. This happened on the in the first innings, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember who it was against, but not who was the batter, but
Mm.
something lobbed up between Sai Sudarshan and Sundar, and no
Oh, yeah.
one dived. It was quite a shock.
Biggest crime losing 5 tosses.
Wasted almost 24. Yeah, we were talking about this. How
Uh,
all of this was for 2 months was for all of this. To lose the series in the end 3-1.
Well, yeah, would have been nice to be in a position where we could have celebrated a series draw. But yeah, cricket can be cruel at times.
It's been cruel for the most part in this series. Except for the second test which we won.
Oh, we are on a Nelson
Oh,
in terms of
damn.
viewers. Nice. Can we
1,
get the
1,
likes up
1.
to 50 and then 55 and then
GG
60?
selected 8 batters so that he can say he hasn't bowled in a test match, so he has no right to say the bowlers did anything wrong today.
Oh, that's great.
Most runs in this series, Joe Root jumps up to third position, which is insane.
Second.
Oh, sorry, yeah, second position. Sorry. Shubman Gill 754 with a 754 runs with an average of 75.4. Lovely. Love those numbers. You know what's interesting? I'm going to say something which a lot of you guys might hate. But I think the biggest letdown in this team so far, and this is something we talked about. I'm also going to rant about this. Yeah. But the biggest letdown in this team, and you guys might disagree with it, you might hate me for this. But the biggest letdown, I say that once again, has been Jadeja for me. Ravindra Jadeja with the ball has been so disappointing. I don't even know what to tell you guys. He has an average close to his bat. He has a bowling average close to his batting average, and he's had a very successful batting tour. There's something. The man averages 70 with the ball. His bowling average. What a lovely defense. His bowling average is worse than Anshul Kamboj and Shardul Thakur. I think even combined. Okay, combined might be too far. But yeah, he has a worse. Oh, no. The only two bowling averages worse than him is Shardul Thakur and Anshul Kamboj. Says something about how bad he's bowled. Stop building up, please say. I said it. I said it's Ravindra Jadeja with the ball. The man averages, I think, 80 odd with the bat, and he has 70 with the ball.
Yeah, Jaddu is just a batter who balls in Sena. That's true.
Yeah, you're basically playing with 4 bowlers. Your fourth is Sundar, and someone who can also bowl, it almost seems like, and that's Jadeja.
If anything, Sundar's been brilliant. His average is 37, which is half of Jadeja. That just puts things into context.
Another thing, Shoaib Bashir has a better bowling average than Ravindra Jadeja.
That says something.
I can't tell you how bad Jadeja's bowled in this series.
Whatever it is, Bethel definitely is not having the best time out there. I think he's missed quite a few.
To give you another perspective, in terms of strike rates, right? Jadeja has a strike rate of 121, which means every 20 overs, he's picking up 1 wicket.
That's insane.
That's how bad it's been. To give you a perspective, because that's what we do. I want to say, where is Washington Sundar? Right. Washington Sundar has a strike rate of 63, which is half
every
of the overs.
10.5 overs. I think Gautam's put it really well. India is going back to a batting heavy team in Sena like the old days. And that was the reason that we used to not win so much is because we never got 20 wickets. The best we could do was draws. And yeah, I hope it doesn't go down that path, especially because of the kind of talent and the depth we have. I don't think we should be filling in our team with batters.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry I forgot to tell the over. Yeah, Prasidh Krishna is back. Sorry, I was in a Jadeja rant and we couldn't call out the over.
Chance to run out? No.
Prasidh Krishna would, I think that said 133 or 137. Yeah, basically playing our spinners would have been negative cricket, so they don't even bother. Yeah. But do you guys agree? Give me a yes in the chat if you guys agree that the biggest letdown in this team, barring Karun Nair, because Karun Nair, how much were you expecting from him? It's his comeback test. For someone who's toured England so many times, for someone who has 300 plus test wickets and 3,000 test runs, he's had a good batting tour. But he was predominantly a bowler. I mean, he's been used as another bowling option.
Exactly.
So give me a yes if you think he's been the biggest letdown as a bowler in this tour.
Yeah, especially with, I think the experience plays such a huge role. This is his 4th tour in Sena condition in England. Yeah, you can't be coming in here and playing this way. This is in fact his worst bowling performance in England. That was close.
Jacob Bethel chasing one outside the off stump.
Poking at it.
Spin bowlers in general, I think Washington Sundar has been okay.
Washi's been a lot better.
Yeah, it's his first tour in England.
Just pace variations, getting it to drift. Jaddu has been so stubborn when it comes to pace variations. When you can see that it's worked for the opposition, for someone like Shoaib Bashir, who I'm not demeaning in any way, but the man is 21 or 23. And if he's able to get something by varying his pace, why as Jadeja would you not?
Yeah. UF, I think you're being a bit you have a bit recent. I mean, I don't know if you have. I think that the recency bias plays a part because if you're saying Akash Deep is the biggest letdown, the one match he played, he got a 5 for. And
And a 10-wicket match haul.
yeah, and a 10 wicket haul. And if you're talking about just this match again, you got to give a little bit of a slack when it's your first tour, right? It's his first tour in England. It's his first real series, in fact.
Yeah,
Where
even here he's not played every game. He's
yeah,
played
exactly.
just 3 games.
So
Yeah.
yeah, to get a 10 wicket haul in your first game in England, I think that's good enough. You've done a good enough job. 3 series to lose on a trot.
Oh yeah,
So
that
out
is
of-
true.
Yeah, and losing one at home. Yeah.
Bold
Oh,
aim.
that's bold aim. I think that's played on inside edge to the stumps. Do we have a little more hope, lads? Prasidh Krishna gets the 3rd wicket, gets the 5th wicket, mostly the 6th wicket because I don't think Chris Wokes is going to bat.
Yeah.
Stumps out of the groove, inside edge. Jacob Bethel didn't look the most comfortable.
Exactly. We just spoke about how he's getting beaten. It's taken the longest time to get to 5. He's been out there for 31 deliveries. Just did not look comfortable to say the
Yeah,
least.
inside edge to the stumps.
Ah, well.
Supposed to be the next big thing in English cricket. hasn't
Not
scored-
against India.
Yeah, hasn't scored the most of runs. He might
Yeah.
just be, but
Yeah.
not this test match.
I
All
think
right.
that's just a lack of experience showing up.
So that's 5 wickets down. Yeah, do we have a little more hope? If anything, you know what?
Yeah.
It could be a turning point. If we get one more wicket in the next couple of overs, let's say 2 overs, you might. Oh, right, of course. Jamie Smith is coming to bat.
Jamie Smith is coming to bat. You have Gus Atkinson who can bat.
Yeah, I don't
You
even
still
care about
have batting.
Gus Atkinson. Jamie Smith
See,
bothers me so much.
I'll put it this way: there is no point getting excited until 3 more wickets have fallen.
I think if Jamie Smith gets out or if Root gets out in the next 2 overs,
Pressure.
yeah, just one more wicket in the next 2 overs, I
Yeah.
feel like you never know, you never know.
Yeah, that would make it close. I think 35 odd runs and about 2 or 3 wickets to get with just one last recognized batsman will make it tough because you'll also have strike farming and
Yeah,
all of that.
true.
So yeah, damn. But yeah, I think we hope as Indian fans, but also we don't get too excited because expectation is the thief of joy.
Yeah, there you go. Jamie and Root finishing again. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Jamie Smith, man, that guy attacks. Jamie Smith is so underrated. He was so underrated coming into. Oh yeah, we talked about the keeping, but I'm not good. Jamie Smith in his Test career has played 14 Test matches with an average of 53 with 200s and 650s.
Damn. I think for all the runs that Prasidh has gone for in this innings, it would be a really good time for him to get wickets and just redeem himself.
The man has gone at 5.4 runs per over.
Damn.
That guy. Not gonna be excited. Yeah, don't be excited, but I just think.
Yeah.
Guys, about to drive and listen to you guys as a podcast. Please be the bearer of good news. Damn, Arvind, that's pressure.
Pressure.
What pressure?
What pressure?
I forgot who won the. I mean, yeah, doesn't matter who won.
Srikanth.
Oh.
Oh, little bit of bat.
Was that reverse swing, lads? Was that a hint of reverse swing, or was that just swing? I want to see the slow mo of that because I know. I mean, the ball did come in, and he's bowling 140 plus.
One
Yeah.
last hurrah. I think we need to go for it.
What's the point of this? What's the point of that angle? You're seeing. Honestly, I don't know if that's reverse swing. I don't even know what the shiny side there is.
No, I think it was conventional.
But the seam pointing out. You know that? Oh, I don't know. I mean, with
Which is the
that's a
shinier
seaming
side?
in, if I'm not wrong. That was a good first ball to Jamie Smith. That's a good second ball to Jamie Smith. Prasidh Krishna looks on it. Good lord, that got me excited. What a ball indeed, Akshay Krishnan.
And that ends the over. 332 for 5 in 71. India might start believing just a little bit.
Yeah, those. Oh, it is reversing, right? Yeah, Vasant, there you go. I think it's the seam position that got to me. I couldn't really see which is shiny side or
yeah, I
not. I'm a
couldn't
little
decipher.
colorblind,
Oh,
and so that bothers me.
no, don't worry. Even for me, normally blind still, but would not.
Yeah. But I think because of the seam position, I want to say it was reverse swinging, but it might also be seaming in. Never know. If Prasidh Krishna can start reversing the ball, I think there's a bit of Siraj. We need Siraj to continue against Root. If Siraj could bowl the entire day.
Yeah, just one last hurrah. That's all I'll say. I think
Yeah.
Yeah, too little, too late seems to be the general tone, but cricket is a really funny game. That's
Oh,
all I'll
Siraj
say.
does continue. Oh, the ball
That's
coming
one.
back in. Go on then. Oh, impact outside off
Things
mostly.
are starting to happen.
Uh, I think it's impact outside off. I like how Root's smiling. Everyone's smiling. Yeah, with Joe Root, that's the thing. Like, he's
Yeah,
improved his game so much, he's almost taken LBW out of the occasion, except for the
exactly.
first innings and a couple of innings here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think more often than not, Root is going to be okay, even if it's hitting his pads, just because of where he stands and the
That's
guard he
wobble.
takes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's height.
height.
Yeah, that is height.
Right.
It's
That's not
yeah,
outside off. That's probably height. Good appeal, though. Damn. No, it's the height. Yeah, yeah.
it is height. Yeah.
Hilda.
Hey,
Now what are they going to say? Like, he had the
Jam
English
Saina.
bowlers, now Indian bowlers. Good lord. All the hate that umpires get for no reason gets to me
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's so sad. This probably just reflects
Yeah, he made a video on this.
Kumar Dharam.
No, the Indian umpire, retired umpire.
Anil Chaudhary.
Yeah, how old habits die hard. And that's exactly what happened with Madhav
Well,
Sena in the first innings and even now.
Yorker to Root.
Man
I
is
mean,
just helping not burn a review. Same for England. Possibly. Yeah. To Jamie Smith, it will be important. See, the thing is, the Indian bowlers are bowling well. I mean, they've bowled well for the most part, is what I want to say. That we have done a bit of.
I think DOF has put it very well. Valiant losers will get probably a couple more wickets, and then we might go on to lose the match.
Yeah.
And then Gigi will praise the fight of the Indian lads.
Yeah.
It's about time that we put the nail into the wall or
Yeah,
into the
that's true.
coffin. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Into
But
the
yeah.
wall, Dalki.
I mean,
Good start.
except I will say that
Oh my god.
at least they've stopped
A
it.
good single.
Yeah.
Akashdeep doing well to not get his shoulder dislocated, is what I'll say. What's the reason for England chasing 350 plus against us 3 consecutive times? Mid bowling, flat decks, or they're just too good. I don't know. Chasing 350 in any highway in Test is probably like chasing 400 in ODI. I don't know.
I mean, it's also okay. So obviously, a couple of pitches were really good to bat on. This has gotten better to bat on, but it is a mix of a lot of things, right? I think today, especially, it's not like the Indians have bowled poorly. The Pacers have come out, they've bowled their heart out. Yes, they've had one or two bad spells, but it's just that England takes every opportunity there is to score runs. And even if you think that,
down the leg side.
even if you think that you're bowling well, oftentimes when you look at the scorecard, England's already 200 for 4. And that's where the difference is. They really go for it.
Was that bat involved? Shrikant says missed chance.
Was it?
Dhruv Jurel down the leg side has been a bit off, is what I'll say. I like Dhruv Jurel as a keeper, but everything down the leg, he does fumble a little bit. It's quite a big surprise. Was that a bit of a bat?
Any reason pitch hasn't deteriorated? Not much uneven bounce as well.
Yeah, true. Adil, how would you assess Shubman's captaincy? Which we'll talk about that post. We'll talk about that. That's
I think that's going down once again.
Ah,
Yeah, that's what you get with Root. Like, not only is he taken such a guard, but he's also stepping down or he's standing outside the crease, which even if you get hit around the knee roll, there's a good chance he might just have height on it because of
Yeah,
how
true.
ahead he is.
took Bumrah a while to announce himself. We need to give some time to Pacers. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that is
height
height
once
once
again.
again.
Good lord, this guy. Siraj must be so frustrated. No wonder he's smiling because how
Yeah.
much can a bowler do?
True.
39 runs to win for England. They're so close. Like I said, we need a wicket or two. Like now, in
Mm.
this over or the next, we need a wicket or two. 2 wicket will do it. A wicket would just.
How is that?
Wow.
Oh my god.
At this point,
There's definitely some pressure. I'm sure the English players will be feeling it. At this point, it's England's game to lose, let's be honest.
Yeah,
From
that's
here,
true.
any fumbles from England, and it's game on.
that's the end of the over. England are 335 for 5 by the end of 72 overs. They just need 39 runs to win, with Joe Root batting at 105 and Jamie Smith batting at 1.
Yeah.
Root-
Yeah. I wonder if I would like to really see a stat on how unlucky Siraj has been. Like how many LBW shouts he's
Yeah.
had that have missed the stumps and things like that. How many chances he's been able to create.
Man, Siraj shouldn't take a lottery in this lifetime. I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. Yes, it's just insane to me how a lot of people.
Nice.
It reminds me of Ishan Sharma. Like a lot of
Mm.
people talking about how he got unlucky, whereas the criticism was always pitch it a bit full, pitch it a bit full. Maybe Siraj needs to do that. Pitch it a bit full.
To be fair, Siraj is even hitting the right areas for the most part. But yeah, this is something that has been an improvement in this test match. Is that the Indian seamers have realized the importance of just bowling stump to stump and aiming for the wickets.
True.
Something that was a case throughout the test series and it's taken them long enough to learn is that they were just too wide at times or too
Yes.
short. Whereas now they're at least creating a lot more shouts and chances.
Irsha, man, ever since we bet all our luck to Messi's World Cup campaign, we have been losing everything.
Uh, it was nice to witness.
Oh, that's
How is
out.
that?
That's got to be closer than it looks. Oh, go on. What's wrong with that?
Is that height too?
Come on, lads. That you might as well take the review. We've lost one. Oh, they started the DRS timer so late. It's insane. All right, then. Shubhan Gill
Gill's
does
gone
take
for
the
it.
review.
Rubbers.
Probably umpire's call. We'll find out. We'll
Let's
find
see,
out in the
let's
replay.
see.
Hey,
Weather ready.
thank
Thanks
you
for
so
the
much
super
for the
chat.
super chat, dude. Appreciate that a lot. You could have left a comment or asked a question, but thank you. Appreciate that. Getting root at this point might just. Oh, Prasidh Krishna is getting the ball to do something, is what I'll say. Brain damage umpires. Are so sad. Oh, that might be umpire's call. I don't know if that's height. That's above the reel. Okay, two things. That's above the knee roll and Joe Root's on his toes. So that might be height. Not really sure.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
a
a
wicket?
wicket.
Oh,
please.
please.
Are yaar. Don't.
Missing the
Good
stumps.
Oh,
Of
it's
course,
missing the stumps.
missing the stumps.
Oh, it is missing the stump. Oh,
Oh,
that was. Whoa.
has it done that much?
Damn. That's height and
Oh,
missing.
well,
Damn, India lose another review then.
it's just been that kind of day for India. We've created the chances. There's just one drop, but other than that, India has been pretty good in the field with the ball, but it just has not been our day.
We have only one review left.
Papa Root breathes a sigh of relief.
Yeah, that's true. It looked like umpire's call, but yeah, missing the stumps.
Yeah.
Missing was a bit of a surprise. The height doesn't really surprise me because, yeah, I hit him above the knee roll while he's on his toes.
Yeah.
So that's fine by me. I just didn't think he was doing that much to go down the leg side, but how would I know?
I wonder if just a tad bit fuller, but it's so subjective because if you have Root or at a slightly different position at the crease, then that changes. Oh,
Oh
this
my-
one looks a lot closer. Damn.
Things are happening,
Yeah, things are
but
happening.
nothing going India's way as of yet. I mean, they're bowling really well. 37 runs to win. Yeah. Jamie Smith gets that single.
Edged. Yeah, why not 1 hour ago? Siraj encouraging the crowd to bring in some cheers. Jamie Overton sits in the pavilion and watches on. Yeah, I think the last thing Jamie Overton would want is to come out to bat right now.
True.
But wouldn't we love that as Indians?
I don't think we turned up too late. I think we were bowling well. It's just that something's up with the pitch. Oh, shot. Well played that. Straight to mid on. But it wasn't, all of this wasn't happening before.
Yeah.
Cricket should be played with 4 stumps. 3 an odd number is, yeah. Is it against the spirit of the game? Yeah, possibly. I
Yeah,
agree.
you're
At
right.
this point, might as well play with 4
You're
stumps.
right.
I don't think there's any other team in the world who could chase with the score with just 9 wickets. India, Australia, I won't back either to chase 350 in the last innings. England is an anomaly. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'd actually agree to that. I don't see India chasing something similar in a
I see.
fourth innings.
I mean, Australia with this batting lineup, possibly not.
we.
Ooh. Russell's bowling well.
Yeah, he is causing the batters to do something different. He is causing Joru to step down occasionally, even if it's just a step. It is creating some doubt in the batters' minds.
True.
No, shouldn't change the ball now. It's Duke.
Just took a bit longer to get Brook than we would have. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. I
that's
mean, that drop catch possibly
Yeah.
lost us the game. Not saying Siraj lost us the game. Maybe that's just drop catch.
But yeah, it was a big drop, especially
Yeah.
because it was a very catchable drop. It wasn't even a drop.
Oh,
He just
is that out? Someone said go on. Dude, when you guys say, oh, that's
Oh,
out.
that is gone.
That is gone. That's a good catch from Dhruv Jurel. Joe Root gets out.
Let's go,
Prasidh
lads.
Krishna finally gets his reward for bowling extremely well. That's 2 new batters on the crease. Not just that, England are really 7 down. 7 wickets, just 3 more wickets India needs. With 37 runs to win for the England team, can the Indian bowlers have a miracle? All right, Chad's gone wild. Prasidh Krishna finally gets the reward.
Damn.
Damn, he's bowled well today. He's bowled not well today, but bowled
This
well
test
this
match.
spell. Yeah,
Yeah.
post T, he's bowled
yeah,
extremely well. That's a very good catch from Dhruv Jurel. Are you guys having catch up again? And that
Man,
would-
we need Smith's wicket now somehow.
yeah. Joe Root getting out for 100. What a fantastic knock! Of course, the crowd applauds. The crowd applauds.
Your root still waits.
Yeah, waiting for the
Oh,
other batter to
It
come in.
seems very obvious that Jamie Overton did not want to come out. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun few moments.
Hopefully. Right,
Ah.
Jamie Overton comes. So something to watch out for right now is how Jamie Smith goes on, because he is an attacking batter. He will look to attack. He will look to take on the bowlers. He won't be shy. Clean up the tail as soon as possible. Man, we would have liked a Bumrah right now, is what I'll say. With 4 fast bowlers, this match would have been ours. Possibly. Very subjective. We found amazing ways to both win and lose games. Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, he's an England fan. Ride and rev. That is true. Guys, stopping in middle of a highway. Come on, bring me 2. Oh, damn, Arvind. Look at you.
Nice.
Dude, insane stuff. What a good catch by Dhruv Jurel, by the way. For someone who struggled a little bit down the leg, he did not have any troubles to get that outside the off stump. A fantastic catch. I think the captaincy at this point will be crucial. You still have sweepers. Maybe not to Jamie Smith. Okay, yeah, maybe not to Jamie Smith. But when Jamie Overton comes to the crease, I want to see attacking fielders. I want to see more slips. I want to see more catches in place. Right. All right. We see Jamie Smith. We see Siraj bowling to Jamie Smith. Siraj might just be a little more hyper right now. Might be a little more quicker just because you never know what's going to happen.
It's one last push. And I think Tim Wigmore has put it really beautifully. Whatever happens now, this brilliant test series is getting the ending it deserves.
True.
Yeah, it's been a riveting test series, and boy, would it be the icing on the cake if India can just sneak in a couple more wickets here. Just opens up the game. Now,
Yeah.
These 30 runs are going to feel like 60. It is going to be tough ask for England from here.
What a lovely catch by Dhruv Jurel.
Yeah, diving to his right.
Short of good length, I don't think the ball did that much. I think Joe Root just chased the ball.
Yeah.
What a lovely catch. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat once again. Dude, next time you send a super chat, say something. Say anything.
Yeah.
At least you're sending in the super chat. Say something. You're allowed to say anything, buddy.
I don't think we are getting the new ball. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no,
Saying
no.
something? Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if India's getting this ball to talk the way it is, might as well not get the new ball.
I mean, that's true. I mean, we anyways have. Right. Jamie Overton. Oh, Jamie Smith looking for 2.
Jamie Smith
He'll
and
probably
Jamie
get
Overton.
that too with Prasidh Krishna throwing the ball.
Oh, no. Oh. Thought that was going to be overthrows 4. Not to be.
Oh, I think that's just a single then, is it?
Seems to be the case. Overton's
Yeah,
on
that is
strike.
just a single.
Yeah.
Right. You know something to just observe. Ishwaran in the outfield is so quick. He is so quick while running. It's insane how quick he is. At one point, and I don't want to think that Jadeja was running 100%, but both Jadeja and Ishwaran were chasing the ball, and Ishwaran outran Jadeja. Now that might be fatigue, but Ishwaran's bloody quick. All right. Oh, Vokes is padded up, so he might just bat. That's okay.
Yeah, I think Vokes will have to if it comes down to that.
Yeah. I just hope he can't bowl the bat as well, and we can get him out.
So sad.
Just
But yeah.
bowl a bouncer. This is why momentum matters so much in Test cricket. That few dot balls, those few balls where England batters struggled a bit, slightly creating pressure on Root. Damn, right and Rev, you are absolutely spot on. This is what the Indian bowlers struggled with, but that's also what you're going to get with only 3 fast bowlers. Didn't he fall off? Yes, he did. He also had a Yorker on point, will get us a wicket. Arey, itna aasan hota to.
How is that?
That's again height.
Yeah.
See, this is what. So when you are consistently beating the bat and getting pads, but not getting a wicket, a little fuller. And I know it's easier said than done, but I think Siraj, if I were to be critical, he's been a bit short on length. I think if he can get the ball to nip back in by pitching it a little full, it might help his cause. And this is exactly what happened with.
Oh, I'm back.
All right.
Nice.
This is exactly what happened with Ishan Sharma too. When a lot of people said he's been unlucky. I think
Mm.
a little more full. Guys, a podcast with Tim Wigmore. Yeah, it's on the works. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think Jacob Bethel right about now would be ruining his decision for the kind of shot that he decided to play. But
Oh, the ball nipping
oh,
back in.
was
See,
that an off cutter?
that's exactly what Siraj should try to do. Pitch it right there
Hmm.
and bring the ball back in, because you're not only helping your cause with an LBW, but bat and pad gap, it's not going to miss the sum, so you're going to get bowled.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to see if that was space off or just running his fingers over the seam. But it doesn't look like they're going to show a replay.
With 4 wickets to go and 36 runs to get, you
Yeah.
never know what happens, you know. I just hope if India miraculously win this, I just hope like the credit's not given to the team selection. We got that.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, I'm just saying
yeah.
if India miraculously do win this, I just hope Gautam Gambhir doesn't defend the team selection.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what
I
I'm
still
saying.
think it's a poor team selection. Yeah. I think what's lovely to see, and this is where Test cricket really shines through, is that
That's the end of the over.
Hmm.
England are 338 for 6 by the
Oh,
end of 74
dude, Siraj
overs.
looks absolutely cooked.
Yeah.
He's given it his all. He has been giving it his all ever since the start of the series. Yeah, and this is the beauty of Test cricket. You still coming into the last hour and a half of this series,
Yeah.
and you don't know which way it's going. You'd say England is up, but a wicket here, and it just opens the game up once again, as has been the case this entire series.
Yeah, that's true. Guys, let us know if you guys see ads mid live. Just to know. Give
Yeah.
me a yes if while you're on the live, if there are ads coming, because I don't think there should be any ads.
Not
for
as
this.
soon as you join, but if there is a mid,
Yeah.
yeah.
Any catch up, guys, sooner, Chetan? We'll try. I think it's before the Women's World Cup. Right, Prasidh Krishna again beats the bat. Good lord.
You can definitely see pressure building up. There was no run there. Jamie Overton's gone for it. Jamie Smith is going to try and retain strike as much as possible, even though
Yeah.
Overton can bat. But it's nervy moments like this.
All right. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for the no, Chetan says, and
Awesome,
Akshay, appreciate
awesome.
that. Yes, it does come sometimes. In this live, like currently, is it coming? Let me know. Because we've changed the settings. Let me know if it does come.
Hmm.
Remove the Bangladesh. Oh. All right. Remove the Bangladesh Test Series one. Good lord. Oh, he's speeding the bat again, short of good length. Prasidh Krishna looks good. He looks. I think it's the best he's looked in the series so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's getting the ball to nip back in. Also stay. Oh, I think that's interesting. I think that's what caused the wicket, of Joe Root, because the ball was seaming back in. And when it was short of good length as a batter, you would again think it's seaming back in. And that's what Joe Root. Last 30 balls, just 8 runs and 2 wickets. What a fantastic spell from the Indian team.
This is what good areas and pressure can do.
Smith gonna go aggressive now. Possibly, yeah, with the way he bats. Oh, the inside edge. That's yet another dot ball. All right. So there is some kind of pressure building. A lot of fielders seem to be talking. We can't really have audio. I'm pretty sure the Indian fans are roaring in the crowd. It's only about time. We just got to keep this going. Of course, 36 runs only to get. But if we get a wicket or two soon, again, too bad. Don't jinx here.
I feel like Prasidh is a very momentum-based bowler. Like he seems out of this world when he's on song. That's honestly true, and I think he will have to overcome the rhythm part of it. He will have to figure out what works for him and what gets the best out of him. And
Yeah,
I
that's-
somewhere feel like this test is going to be possibly that baptism that he needs to realize that, firstly, the confidence that he can do it at this
Yeah.
level. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done on how many runs he's giving. But yeah, this is what Prasidh can do.
Also, lads, like Jamie Overton can also bat. Also,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
ahead of like Gus Atkinson
Yeah.
and stuff. 6 sixes or versus 4 wickets.
And Gus Atkinson can also bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tremendous effort by Siraj created that momentum through his energy. Agreed with that. Prasid should bowl like Hazelwood. Line and length. Imagine the foil with Jesse. Right.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but that's if he can. If people could bowl like Hazelwood, a lot of bowlers would be successful.
Lads, let's keep liking the stream. Let's push this out. This is going to go to a very close finish. We'd love to get more people on.
Yeah. Again, good line and length.
Yeah.
Jamie Smith defending that pretty well, to be honest. The ball didn't do that much, but good line and length. All right, 4 wickets for India to win, 35 runs for England to win. Yeah. Next couple of overs will be important. Akash Deep will be a very, very important bowler in this case because
Yeah.
sooner or later these bowlers are running out of steam. Siraj looks like he's already run out of steam. You can't blame the man.
Yeah.
He's bowled 25 overs already. And so, yeah, sooner or later, Akash Deep will come in.
Siraj
And
has bowled 1/3 of the over. That says a lot.
yeah, Akash Deep will come into bowl and it will be very important for him to start off very well. Yo, with one insan, a long time indeed. Being an England fan first, I didn't like Siraj at first, but as we are coming to a series end, I like Siraj. He bowls his heart out. That's true. Siraj gives it his all,
That's what you get
all the
with
bloody time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2024 T20 World Cup vibes. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Except we had Bumrah to change stuff.
Okay.
Are?
Hey. Yeah, now this is just mind games.
No, I don't necessarily think so. I just think it's
Or
not
are
on the
Indian
side
fans
screen.
moving near the side screen?
I mean, I'd be shocked if this is the mind game they go for. All right, the last ball of the over. Hopefully, something happens.
Well
That's-
fielded at short square.
There you go. That's yet another dot ball. That's the end of 75 overs. That's England 339 for 6. Right, 35 runs to win for England, 4 wickets for India. In 5 overs, we'll know if India choose to take the second ball.
Yeah.
I would hope not. If things are happening with this ball, might as well just continue.
Yeah, plus this is just going to be harder for the English batters to dispatch away. It's softer. Might as well just keep this ball.
We need Siraj to bowl something of a miracle. I think I won't be surprised if Siraj is taken off right now and if Akash Deep is brought in.
Yeah, Akashdeep though needs to keep the pressure on. It's been built up over the period since
Wow.
T ended.
Siraj does continue.
Oh damn! Is Siraj just going to keep bowling? There's no way that's possible. But yeah,
I mean, Prasid will continue from the other end.
Yeah.
He's gotten a wicket. If anyone changes, I think it will be Siraj because of how much he's bowled.
shot.
That's a good shot straight to mid
Let's
on.
not have overthrows right now. You want to protect each run.
Take the new ball, finish it off in 5 overs, whichever way. Fair. That's
Yeah, the only
fair.
problem with taking the new ball, it's a double-edged sword. That's the thing.
Yeah.
India could get it extremely spot on and just get wickets, or get tonked in 2
True.
overs and the match is done.
That's the thing. If things are happening with the old ball, you just rather have it going on until you think you want to take the new ball. So please get Smith. Yeah, Sheer Shah. Yeah, I think that's the. Said your name is Sheer Shah first. Siraj is really pushing it. He is really, really pushing it.
Yeah.
If anyone deserves a wicket today, I think it is Siraj, and I think he's been short of.
Wait, that one went away, swung
swinging it
away.
away.
Yeah.
Good on Siraj. I think a ball incoming is not that too far. Him nipping
Yeah.
the ball back in will be what a way to get a wicket. What a setup. Honestly, this is nail biting finish this series needs. What a series and what a match.
Exactly. Yeah.
100% agreed. What a series and what a match indeed. The ball is starting to do quite a bit. For conversation we were having of how the pitch has died down and the ball isn't doing much, I think the ball has listened to us. I don't want to see the replay.
Yeah, there's something that's definitely happened post T that for the last couple of days has been happening in that middle session is starting to happen now. Where the ball is just moving.
Man, get the ball, nip back in. Through the gap, the stumps flying away would be so beautiful to see. Oh, the
Again,
swinging
he's
it out
taken it
again.
away. Yeah. This is being set
Oh.
up beautifully. He's going to try and get Jamie Smith as much to the offside. He's going to try and get that body weight going towards the offside. And hopefully he nips one back in possibly 5th or 6th delivery this over. And Smith's going to be waiting for it. But yeah, this is beautiful bowling.
No, I don't think the ball that wasn't reverse. I think that was conventional swing. I think shiny side on the inside and the ball seaming
Away.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, with even the seam position being out. I think Siraj is setting up to a proper nip backer. 2 balls swinging outside the off stump. He has 3 balls remaining in this over.
Yeah.
We'll find out what Siraj is planning to do. Jamie Smith will be on it. Dark clouds,
Dark
the lights
clouds.
are on.
Yeah. I wonder if it has something to do with the
I have
lights.
no idea. Oh, not the best follow-up
It's
delivery
okay.
to be
We
honest.
still have Smith on strike, and that's
Yeah,
what
that's true.
matters. Yeah.
Bro, Siraj is so unlucky. Yeah,
He is.
that's true. All right, Siraj, Harry Brook. I wish I could have his bat. If I could have his bat, I would still not score a lot of runs, but we would put it behind.
I like how the camera cuts to Harry
Yeah.
Brook.
We know what's happening in the break. What's
What
that?
is?
I have.
Oh, legal stuff. Ball tampering. Maybe Karun
Oh.
Nair has finally made the ultimate sacrifice. Um,
Oh, that was, I think, the scramble seeing the ball coming back. Did the conditions
accepted,
play a
but
part in
not.
this? After the rain break, suddenly things are happening. I don't think after the rain break, because even after the rain break, things weren't necessarily happening, but
T was, I mean, it was delayed. There was a
yeah,
bit of rain, but yeah, I don't
maybe.
know. I wonder how much impact it has on the atmosphere.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
that
I
on the
don't
ball.
think. Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
Utkarsh says the dilemma here is whatever decision they take with the new ball, if the match doesn't go to India's, everyone will just criticize saying they should. I don't think anyone would say that if they don't take the new ball. I
Yeah,
think no team has really got success with the new ball,
yeah.
and that's a fact in this test match. So, if anything, I think India should just continue with this ball.
The no-brainer would be to stay with this old ball.
Yeah. That's no run once again.
Well, that is a maiden, if I'm not wrong.
There was a. Oh. That's 26. Oh, sorry, 26. Oh, that's 140 kilometers per hour. Anyway,
Damn.
that's 76 overs gone. England are 339 for 6 by the end of 76 overs. England need 35 runs. Yeah, this was a maiden. England
Nice.
needs 35 runs and India continue to need 4 wickets.
Wow, I think when Root got out, they still needed 39-40 odds. So these guys have barely scored
Yeah,
runs. Yeah, it's pressure. It is big pressure, and the clouds look ominous. But this time for
yeah, true.
them,
New ball's going to cost us some runs and maybe the match. I mean, I think the match
yeah,
is already.
yeah. From here, it's a miracle to have pulled it back so much already.
Umar, I agree, man.
Yeah.
Test cricket is a beautiful game.
True.
It's so good to watch. It frustrates you as a player and then you lose your brain as a fan. Ooh, Jamie Overton not getting that bad ball away is what I say. Short and not the widest ball, but just short. So I'm in the cast. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, weren't you the one, Srikanth, who said Folks is padded up? I mean, unless he's wearing a cast and going to come out to bat,
That's
good
gonna be
lord, it's
crazy.
raining. To be
Is it?
fair, a rain break at this point wouldn't be the worst idea. The match is anyways going to go on till 12, as in the day. It's
Hmm.
going to go on until 12 a.m. India time. So,
A hat trick would be really nice.
Folks in kit. Oh, he is in the kit with the
That's true.
sling.
Wait,
Oi.
how's that?
Was
that-
that a swing?
Was that a bum ball?
All right. So the umpires confer going to the third umpire, talking about if this was a bump ball or not, is what I'm assuming.
I think it's hit the bat and then pitched and gone.
Possibly, yeah. You must also understand that for lower order batsmen, new ball is tougher to play. So this match's data might not tell the truth.
Yeah, but I think the new ball is a double-edged sword, at least until the fact is that none of these batters in the lower order can't bat. Gus Atkinson, who's yet to come in, has a century.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on because we
Uh.
have the audio off anyway. Oh,
Oh,
that
that's
can't be an out.
That's
I don't think that's a wicket. I don't think a bottom edge, that's not even an edge, just the bottom of the bat. Unless
That's-
that is out.
why is that out? That's not out.
I mean, it pitches, hits the bat, but then hits the bat while the ball is also in the
Oh.
ground.
We'll
What
find
a
out from this
decision.
angle.
I mean, that can't,
Has the ball pitched and then taken
this
a
is
bit of the
this will be
bat?
an insane decision for the third umpire.
Okay, so that's the ball pitching.
yeah, it still pitches.
How do you
I
know?
don't think that's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
be out.
I just think he just missed it completely.
I mean, even if he didn't miss it, even if there was a bottom edge, the
Hmm.
next frame is ball on the ground, even if there was an edge. So I don't think.
Yeah, it's mostly going to be inconclusive, if anything.
Damn. If
Did the
this-
umpires give a soft signal on that?
There are no soft signals anymore.
Damn.
I don't know. I mean, why is this taking so long? I think. Are the players walking off the field?
What?
What the hell is happening? Is it raining that bad that the players are walking? Or the umpires are just taking a stroll?
I didn't know the umpires, I think, have called something. I saw Kumar Dharamsena gesturing. We'll know soon.
How do you rate Gill's captaincy? It is something we'll talk about post
The
match.
Yeah.
What is going on? Why is this such a difficult decision? I don't think there should be a rain break, right? No conclusive evidence. Yeah, I mean,
Yes, the first spike is very obviously the ball pitching.
no, the thing is, even if there was bat,
Hmm.
the next frame is still the ball on the ground. The next frame,
Yeah, correct.
after the ball passes the bat, the ball is still
Yeah, true.
on contact with the ground. So regardless,
But if you see the Snicko,
no, leave the snicko. The ball can't be in contact with the bat after the ball has crossed the bat.
the ball can't be in
Contact with the
Yeah,
bat.
yeah, true.
So,
true.
but the right.
Yeah, fair.
And ball after going past the bat is in the ground. So even if there was an edge,
True.
right? I like this comment. Cricket gives the least clarity to its audience.
Please don't let this be the break in momentum. There seems to be some chat. Please don't tell me that there's going to be bad light and.
Oh yeah. All right. So the players out. Oh no. Yeah,
Oh,
right. The players. What is
That is the light check. That is the light meter, right?
possibly? Yeah. I mean, the players have walked off the field because of bad light, and they are continuing to do that right now too. Imagine it's just the end of play. Imagine if if it goes
I
on
can't do another day of this.
if it goes on for so long
Yeah.
that it's called stumps by the end of the day, and we have a day 5 of this test match. What an insane turnaround!
Damn. Every time we've thought that the test match will end on day 4, it has invariably gone to day 5. Well, well, well.
Well, they're just coming off a bad light right now. It can't be
Unfortunately.
stumps because we have what 2 hours to go for
Yeah,
stumps.
we have enough time. I think a couple of these clouds, if they clear out, it should be fine.
I can see everything. I don't know what the problem is. Damn. I can't believe it's come to bad light. You know
Damn.
what? You want to see an interesting stat?
That is a little
What's an interesting
anticlimactic.
stat? What's the stat today? Oh, it's about okay.
It's about an Indian player.
You guys want to see an interesting stat, and then we'll come back. We'll stream marker has been added, or did I add a mark by mistake? Doesn't matter. But you want to see an interesting stat about us, and then we'll come back. Take a break for like 20 seconds, and then come back. We are back. Praatibh wasn't ready to be back, but we are back.
I don't think anybody even.
They had enough time to read it.
Jared Kimber says Siraj has more stomachs than a cow because he must be on his 3rd gut busting spell of the day.
I don't know if who this break is good for. The Indian bowlers were bowling well. They had some sort of momentum, but the bowlers were also tired. The covers are on the pitch.
Yeah.
But
I do see. I mean, one side has a lot of light and the clouds are right above, so it's only a matter of time before it kind of passes out.
I like how you know which way the clouds are moving. What if the darker clouds are the moving to?
Hey, either way, at some point they will move away from the stadium.
That's true.
Stadium is only this big.
Okay, so the stat of me and Devdas isn't necessarily true in the sense that that's not why he played for India.
Butterfly effect.
But
Yeah.
there was a match where Devdas returned, and so I'm a left-handed opening batter. He's a left-handed opening batter, and of course I was dropped. Rightly so. I'm not even justifying my drop. So I was dropped for him, and he went on to score 100 that match, and he was, I think, the highest scorer in that league that year. And he played state and then under 19 India, all of that, all of that. No, I don't know Devdat as a friend. We didn't spend a lot of. We practiced together and all, but yeah, we didn't spend a lot of time because he was always a league above, and so he wouldn't even necessarily be in team practice because he would have NCA going on, the National Cricket Academy
Yeah.
going on. He would just show up whenever,
Matches. are there,
which is completely fine. But yeah. Yeah, but that's not why he played for India. That was a bit of a exaggerated stuff.
Yeah.
Last 20 minutes, the momentum was with India, and now given the break, I suspect it might switch and England might just smash it. Yeah, what scares me is if if the Indian bowlers lose their line and lengths after coming back from the break, and that's the problem I have.
Yeah.
I think it's a good break for the Indian bowlers in terms of rest, but in terms of momentum, we'll not know.
I think Samrit has put a lovely piece here that you should read.
Breaking news: senior journalists have noticed Rishabh Pant asking Chris Vokes for a quick drive. Oh my god! I didn't
Uh,
think that comment was going to get so dark so quick. All right, we have a stoppage of play. Do you guys remember Jared Kimber was very judgmental about Shubman Gill in your podcast before the series? Yes, it's true. He
Yeah.
was judgmental about the captaincy bit.
Yeah, which to be fair, at that point, I'll still give it to him because
I disagree. I disagreed with it in the
with
live.
which
I
part?
couldn't.
Which part?
Of how he justified Shubman Gill's bad captaincy, and I gave him
Mm.
the example of, well, Dhoni, the white ball captain, is much
Mm.
better than the red ball captain, and he went
Oh,
on
yeah,
to give
for sure.
another.
Right.
I disagreed with it, but I can
Yeah.
understand where
For
he was
him
coming
to
from.
have predicted or to go for the shout that Gill would not be a good red ball captain, that's a different story. But I think the part on which he talks about patterns in Gill's bowling changes and how that is very predictable was true. And
Yeah.
that's something we also saw at the first couple of tests.
True.
But yeah, like that's where you can't determine how good a captain is until you actually give him a run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This session summary so far is so interesting. 10.2 overs, 22 runs with 2 wickets.
Damn.
The lowest the England batters have scored this entire day. Goes
Yeah.
to show something.
Mm.
God damn, 2.1 is insane. Who do you guys think is winning from here? I still give it to England. I think 35 runs is
Yeah.
not that much, but after coming back on, and I hope that is today, it will depend on how the Indian bowlers start.
True. It's a couple of things, right? From one perspective, it's good because the Indian bowlers are going to get a much needed break
True.
because of how they've just been coming back to back non-stop. But the other aspect is the rhythm part of things, right? They've been bowling in a certain rhythm. They've got their run up properly marked. They've been hitting the right areas. They know what the conditions are like, what the pitch is doing.
True.
The moment there's a break now, you come back, the outfield might be slightly wet. There's a lot of small, icky things that come into the picture.
Started raining pretty heavily in East London, which
Oh,
is
damn.
about 5 miles away.
Mm.
Hopefully, it's not heading in the direction of the clouds. I think it is heading in that direction, but we'll find out. If you had somewhere like 60 runs, it would have been our game. Yeah, but that's true. But like,
But that's like saying that if we had Kuldeep, we would have won this match.
or if he scored 800 in the other innings. But yeah,
Yeah, but England, it's England's game to lose from here, honestly.
true. Realistically, we need a wicket of Jamie. Yeah, we need
Exactly.
Jamie Smith out. Whenever India decides to come back on, I think if we don't get a wicket in the first 2-3 overs,
Mm.
I think then the game might just slip away.
Gill was too defensive with Harry Brook. This is something. Okay, I pose this to you. Firstly, do you
Right.
agree with that? And secondly, firstly, do you agree with that?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Mm.
I think the sweepers were fine. I think
Yeah.
Gill became very defensive once Harry Brook started attacking, in the sense
Right.
that I didn't think he had enough slip fielders. But can you really blame him? Harry Brook
Yeah.
was taking the attack on. He was basically punishing every single bad ball, but also punishing every
Good ball.
possible good ball. And so then what do you do as a captain? We talked about this in the pre-match. If not for Ben Duckett, it was Harry Brook taking the bowlers on, and that's exactly what happened.
And you need to realize that the only reason that we are even in this position after getting Brooks' wicket is because India had those few outfielders. Because if they were all inside attacking and you just had nobody at the boundary, Brook could have easily been 150.
I like how Umang said you guys are coming back tomorrow.
Monk, can you pray for us? It's funny how we have 144 viewers now, which
Yeah.
is a nice number. Can we get the likes up actually? Just saw it go up a bit, but yeah.
It was easier to cut boundary shots for Crawley, but that's difficult for Brook. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly,
Brook plays. He has a lot more shots. He's a much better batsman.
Yeah.
He's technically, I think, more solid. And yeah, we have a lot of stats about that actually. If this match goes on until tomorrow, I will cry. I don't want the heavy roller. Oh, that's a good point, dude. Path. God damn, that's another thing to think about. Yeah, that's true. I don't want this to go for fifth day just because of why. Like,
Yeah,
why
just-
go until fifth
just-
day?
Finish the misery either way.
Yeah. New ball due after 4 overs, true. Should GG be sacked after this series? We might. If we level this series, I think.
No, I still think that there has to be a conversation on the kind of team combinations because you can't be running your few bowlers to the ground just
True.
because you haven't made the right selection, right? Because ideally, a fourth pacer here, whoever it might have been, the conditions are helpful to bowlers. It would have made some difference at some level.
But the fight shown by the team is heartening to watch. It only proves team selection and tactics was what let us down. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just the heart from all of the fast bowlers has been exceptional. And
True.
this is a squad that is playing without Bumrah. And for these three bowlers to step it up in the way they have,
Yeah.
especially, okay, at least in the case of Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj, there is a certain expectation from them. They have bowled well in the series. But even for Prasid to be stepping it up, when I think a lot of people were just against even him being selected
Yeah.
back when you had Arshdeep possibly making a debut.
True.
So from that perspective, I think they've shown great heart.
Yeah, I think rest is so not I think right and rest is I think rest is good and all, but Prasid losing his rhythm can mean he will spray
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
lines.
yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of two things.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, let's find out.
What's the point of playing Karun Nair and Sudarshan together? Yeah, it was interesting that they picked Karun in place of Shardul.
Yeah.
Uh, could they have gone differently in hindsight? Yes, obviously. But you also need to remember that Karun was the one who scored those important runs. Would some other batter have scored it? So, but yeah, still think they should have gone with the
Yeah,
pacer.
so we spoke about this before we had 100 viewers and before we went on a break. So if there are a lot more people on the chat, I want to know what you guys think. I had a whole Jadeja rant going on.
Hmm.
I think the biggest letdown in the series, and I think we agree on that.
Yeah.
So we think the biggest letdown in the series has been Ravindra Jadeja with the ball. To put things in perspective, he's had a very successful tour with the bat. He averages around 80, and his
Yeah.
bowling average is close to that, which is about 70, which means he gets a wicket every 70 balls. To give you another perspective, his strike rate is more than 120,
Hmm.
or I think 120 point something.
Yeah.
And what that basically means is every 20 overs he gets a wicket. Now, to give you more perspective, Sundar, I think, has a not a strike, average of 36,
37. Yeah.
36, 37, and he has a strike rate of about 60, which is
Yeah.
half the overs to get a wicket for Sundar as compared to Jadeja.
True.
To give you another example, Shoaib Bashir has an average of 50 something,
54, yeah.
50 odd, which is again better than Jadeja. And yeah, Jadeja with the ball with more than 300 plus wickets, you're essentially playing four bowlers, and your fourth is Sundar at this point with Jadeja who can also bowl. Yeah, and he hasn't been the best.
Yeah, Jadeja has almost been the equivalent of Root in this series.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just come
true.
on, balled. Sure, he might have had one or two good bowling innings, but he's just not looked the part. You also need to realize this is the fourth time he's touring England, and
Yeah.
his figures have just almost progressively gotten worse if I
That's
think
true,
about it.
yeah.
Which
And
is, yeah. This
I-
goes to show, probably, sorry,
no, no.
his stubbornness in
Yeah.
terms of small things like pace variations. Again, reiterating the point, when you
Yeah.
saw English bowlers also varying pace, getting something out of the pitch, why as Jadeja, with all of the experience, would you not do that?
That's true. And the fact that the only two bowlers worse than Jadeja in terms of bowling averages in the Indian team is Shardul Thakur and Anshul Kamboj. And they're both not playing in this match. Yeah, Jadeja scored a lot of runs and great. He's had the best series with the bat in, I think, any away to or
Yeah.
Sena countries.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Oh, no, it's his first ever series where he scored so many
500
runs with the
plus,
bat,
yeah.
period. And he's had a fantastic game. But if that's what you're going to get with Jadeja, then you are playing a bowler short.
Hmm.
I wouldn't agree comparing him with Bashir. Agree to the point of being stubborn. No, I think it's fair comparisons. Both of them are spinners. The comparison is the fact that sure Bashir is ready to slow it down. Is ready to vary his pace. We saw that with Washington Sundar, right? Leave Bashir aside. Sundar is ready to slow it up. He's ready to loop it up, play with the space, and Jadeja is not, and that's what surprises me.
Yeah, and you need to realize that both Shoaib Bashir and Washi are pretty young. So for them to realize and be able to make that adjustment means that you expect that from Jaddu, because it's not a joke for him to have 300 plus test wickets. Sure, he's not always been a great bowler in Sena countries, but he also has the experience of touring these places multiple times.
The rain has become heavier.
Oh no.
Yeah, the run-ups being covered, side covers coming on.
Well. I wonder if this is going to the next day. Damn, Ashwin's sneeze just not coming through.
The rain game is back, indeed. People in the stands said on X that Gigi came onto the ground as soon as the players went inside the dressing room. Fear was also seen in his eyes. Whoa. Fear was also seen. Rain getting hard. Yeah, so we heard and picking for thanks. If you guys are in the ground, thank you for that. Hopefully the pitch changes with the rain. I don't think the pitch will change as much. I think the conditions might help the fast bowlers probably.
Hmm.
Why didn't India ever trust Ashwin as much as Jadeja?
I-
To be fair,
Yeah.
Ashwin had like very bad Sena toes initially in his career.
True.
And
Yeah, later on, it's a couple of things, right? Batting ability, Jaddu far trumps Ashwin overseas. And then also from the fielding point of view, Jaddu
Yeah.
is just a dynamite on the field.
I also think, yeah, they didn't trust Ashwin enough when he had a
Mm.
fantastic tour of Australia where he took more wickets than Nathan Lyon, but that's
Yeah.
also subjective because of a couple of reasons why Lyon didn't bowl a lot of overs. But yeah, I still think Ashwin should have been trusted a lot more than he was. But yeah, this is why he was. Oh, guys, let's continue bashing Gigi. What a horrible coach you are. Have you stopped on the highway or are you continuing with your ride, Arvind? Is what I want to know. Make this pitch the same as when India got out of 46 all out. Yeah, damn.
Uh, yeah, I was lucky to not witness that live. It happened in Bangalore. I'd gone for the
Oh,
first
yeah.
day that got washed. Thank God.
India was on the back foot this series because the inability to pick wickets with old ball. Thanks to Gigi for that extra batsman.
To be fair, even England have struggled to pick wickets with the old ball. Overs 31 to 80 has not particularly been good for anyone. But yeah, that is also what has made the difference. I think for England, it was only Ben Stokes, and for India, it was only, I think, doing it. Yeah.
Vamsi, very good question. What do you guys feel about Akshar playing instead of Jaddu? Akshar is good with the bat, gives way more with the ball. I love Jadeja myself, but interestingly, Akshar Patel got dropped at home where he played at what 10 matches. He played a couple of matches without
Mm.
getting a lot of
A lot
wickets or
of
any
wickets.
wickets, in fact.
Yeah.
And that's when he was dropped. It was very surprising to see Akshar not get wickets in India. One argument can be he didn't get a lot of overs, but when you have Jadeja on the side, you wouldn't give him a lot of
Mm.
overs. I still think Jadeja is a better player overall. Yeah, as a spinner, only time will tell.
True.
What are some points Indian bowlers missed to get so much runs from the batters by England team?
Honestly, I think Prasidh had maybe one bad spell, but mostly it was just the English batters batting really, really well. Especially
Yeah,
Harry Brooks' counter attack was quite the spectacle. It's just brilliant batting.
yeah, that's true. Boys, it's a paradox of pick this series. Sundar and Jadeja have supported with the bat and Sundar with the ball, and Lords
Mm.
especially.
Yeah.
It's something we need to talk of, and we had lack of bowlers. Yeah, I think a lack of. See, so that's the thing. You're playing with four bowlers, like fourth is Sundar, and essentially
Yeah.
someone who can also bowl, and that's Jadeja. And you're not picking 20 wickets with that bowling lineup.
Yeah. I think the conversation also has to be around if you're picking all rounders, or at least if your defense is that you want to pick all rounders who strengthen the batting and can bowl a few overs, you still need to ensure that you're picking enough bowlers itself to pick wickets when you know that Jaddu here just becomes almost a batter only.
Yeah.
Does it make sense to be picking him? And there's just all of these questions. Obviously, I'm not questioning Jaddu being picked because why would you not pick him to begin with? But yeah, just a conversation because that is the definition of an all-rounder
Yeah.
if he's only performing in one department.
True. I think in the series, for a lot of people comparing Stokes and Jadeja, first of all, I don't think you can compare Stokes and Jadeja, not because
Mm.
they're not comparable, because one is a spinning, one bowls spin and one bowls quick.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you don't. I saw this argument on Reddit of how the ball, like as an all rounder, the bowler needs to take wickets and the batter needs to score runs, so they are
Mm.
comparable. But there's a reason you don't compare a top order batter like a Jaiswal to Rishabh Pant because they bat completely in different positions, completely different situation when each of them walk into bat.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're comparable to begin with. But at even if you were to compare in this series, Stokes has been a better all rounder because he's had an average of 40 plus and has the best one of the better averages in the with the ball.
25 odd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Jadeja has a bowling average close to his batting average. I'll just say that. No one's gonna talk of this being Thakur's last series.
I don't think that's a conversation worth having even. It is unfortunate. It is surprising, firstly, that India have just not had more fast bowling all rounders.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that conditions aren't privy to that happening. But Thakur, firstly, just the way he was used, I think there is not enough confidence in his bowling ability. So why pick him if you're not
True.
going to have him ball?
Yeah.
You'd rather just pick a spinner. I'd just pick Kuldeep at this point. At least
Yeah.
he'll give you overs.
The series will end on the 25th match day. Surely the first time it will happen. No, there have been 5 matches on 5 days. We saw a stat the other day,
Mm.
unless I'm wrong. Stokes average better than Bumrah. It speaks volumes. Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
a lot of people might consider this an okay series for Bumrah to begin with. But man average is what, 25, 26? And if that's an okay average, you'll take that any day. Fielding has been a massive letdown in the series. I don't know if it's been a massive letdown.
To be fair, it's evened out in the long term, right? England dropped 6 catches in their innings. India committed a similar blunder in the first test. So, all in all, something has thrown the catching off this entire series. But I wouldn't say that that's. It cost us the first test.
True.
But it could very well cost England this test here. So,
Yeah. A quick question and a very good question. Why aren't mystery spinners a big thing in Test cricket? I
Mm.
mean, being Varun Chakravarti and Gigi, bring Varun Chakravarti. The same reason why Rashid Khan wasn't successful at all against India in that one Test match where he played, while Rashid Khan was ruling T20 cricket even back then. I
Yeah.
think mystery spinners become a thing when you're trying to attack.
Yeah.
But when you're not trying to attack, you're fine. You can either defend it or just play the overs out,
True.
and then you don't really get anything off it. And that, I think, to be fair, one mystery spinner that did succeed also got 800 test wickets is Muralitharan. But
Yeah.
that man was also a genius.
Yeah, true. He spun it square practically every ball on any pitch. Interestingly, I wonder how Misty Spin would have done against a version of baseball that would just mindlessly attack
True.
everything. But yeah, that's and with Misty Spin, you also rely, as Ashwin said, a lot on batters attacking because seldom will you see mystery spinners flight the ball much. It's got a lot to do with the pace of the delivery, subtle changes in the direction of spin.
True, yeah.
So yeah,
Guys, don't you feel Gigi, the coach, contradicted whatever he has spoken as commentators and presenter every single instance and doesn't contradict what he speaks? Yeah, I agree with
yeah,
that.
he
I think
does. Yeah,
he's contradicted himself a lot. It will unravel the mystery. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens with mystery spinners in test matches. Talk about Gigi's incident with the groundsman, right? Yeah, that's that.
that's fine. There's been a history there with that groundsman
Yeah.
and other people too.
Our close and fielders to stop singles have been not good enough to create pressure. I think, okay, see, that's something also people need to keep in mind is the fact that how much can a close and fielder do? Like, there are reasons for why the Indian batters also got singles, and you're not really
Mm.
criticizing the English fielders. I think the intent to catch the ball has been less for the Indian fielders. I think there have been instances where the Indian fielders could have put a dive in.
Could have,
Easier
yeah.
said than done, but you at least show the intent. But the quick singles part, I think that's okay. I think that's just
Mm.
batter stealing singles that happens every
Yeah.
time you play a game of cricket.
I think the only lazy passage. So, I think the only lazy passage of play I saw from an Indian fielding perspective was when the fast bowlers, I forgot if it was the fourth or the third test, at mid on slash mid off were just not going for it. Were super lazy, super slow to get down, and England were just stealing singles. I think that is the only complaint I had, and we'd covered it in one of our lives. We are at 99 likes. Let's get that to 100 plus. And yeah, stream's looking good. We have about 153 viewers in. Is there any update on
Oh,
the rain?
very interesting. So very light rain now, but still
Mm.
falling. He says a couple of minutes later. Play needs to restart by 6:42 p.m. if it is to continue this evening. It can go till 7:30. Praneet Sriram, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that a lot. With the new ball coming in 3.4 overs, it is going to be something in there for the Indian bowlers. Yeah, I think a lot of us are in the agreement that I don't think they should take the new ball.
Yeah.
If the old ball is doing so much, and we have seen that, oh, the rain is gone, the match is back, says someone. All right, we have seen how with the new ball things have been a little ineffective in this test match. So we continuing with the old ball wouldn't be that big of a surprise.
Yeah. You also need to realize that the older ball is much softer now, and with the rain, it's only going to get softer and softer. So if it's doing something, and because it's soft, it is also tougher for the batters to hit, as opposed to a new ball that will just fly off the bat.
Arvind has not only reached his destination, but is also the 100th person to like. So
Lovely.
thank you so much for that. Gigi never wants you to know his next move. That's why he contradicts a lot, damn. This is a great thing from Aussies. Even after long spells, they are alert in the field. That is true. Heavy roller will cause hammer for India. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Someone said the rain has stopped. So that are you in the ground, or do you think the rain has?
This year only fielding has been a letdown. Take IPL this series, even Champions Trophy. Rohit dropping Akshar hat trick.
Oh yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah.
In the slips. That was a sitter.
That was-
Jacob Bethel. If you guys are watching Hotstar,
uh,
they're showing Jacob Bethel's dismissal. Yeah, it's just a poor shot, poor ball. Wait, do they get to use the roller? No, they don't. Rain breaks, no roller. You don't get to use. You only get to use the roller during innings change
Yeah.
or the start of day's play.
New day.
Right. Only to, yeah, Srikanth, I'm not going to read that comment out loud. To be honest, nobody knows what Thakur is supposed to do. I think he hardly bowled 30 overs in 2 matches despite being a bowling all-rounder. It's so underutilized. I agree with that.
Yeah, it is. But I think firstly he's just not been given the confidence, and secondly, even when he did, he leaked so hard that
True.
can you show faith in him? It's two things.
Yeah.
Why is Sundar given very less overs? Yeah, it is an interesting one. They should have started. They did start with Sundar. They just didn't give him a long enough spell. I'm sure they should have given him a much longer spell there.
Thoughts on the obsession with all-rounders in the present selection? Yeah, we've talked about this a lot. We will talk about this in the post-match as well. Yeah, the obsession behind this doesn't make sense. And I think if we were to lose this match, it will be because of that. Even if we were to win this match, I don't think the selection is right. All right, so Kaushal says the rain has cleared up, and arguably it the better batsman. Okay, so I think you said the right. Samrit Das. BCCI has asked the selection and the team management in a recent press release that the leg piece, right? So Siraj from the next test series for his, of course, your battery has died, my friend.
Oh,
You'll need to change. Right, so Pratib's camera is dead like always, and we have me not in the center of the screen, which doesn't make sense, but here we are for now. Pratib will be back sooner or later. Until then, you can see Dale Staines' picture, his poster. See some of the posters and the books behind. But Pratibh will be back soon. All right. 100 likes, 100 likes indeed. We have 117 likes, in fact. Guys, did Siraj really give his all? Yeah, not only did he give his all, he's giving his all. And not only that, people might say, even I might agree, saying that he's a bit unlucky. According to me, he should have bowled a little more fuller, which is fine. It's just me being very picky. But yeah, Siraj did bowl extremely well today. A lot of good line and lengths, swinging it out and nipping the ball back in, swinging and seaming. The man is doing both. And he's going at it today. He's bowled what, 1/4 of the over, like Pratap said, 1/3 of the over. And yeah, he's doing just fantastic, to be honest. Pratap should be back now.
right about now. Yeah.
Right.
What's up?
Know the camera a little bit. Right, Pratap's focused and everything's good to go. Boys on Thakur, we know he leaks runs, but he does break partnerships, which is his role, and the team management failed to realize it.
Shrikant, I actually don't agree with that because yes, that is the reputation he carries, but when has he got a wicket this time around?
If anything, Nitish Kumar Reddy showed the fact that he can break partnerships. He also seemed like the better bowler as compared to
Yeah,
Thakur.
he also contained runs regularly.
Yeah. Siraj bowled 26 overs today. That is almost Kapil Dev's level in terms of workload. When the next pacer was Trundler named Chetan. So sad.
But yeah, you're right. There used to be a lot of innings where Kapil Dev would just bowl 25, 30 overs.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it looks like it has stopped raining. No one seems with an umbrella, but the
Also looks like the sun's out.
covers are on.
Might take some time to dry out.
I'm just seeing if there are any updates. Ground staff out there starting the cleanup, right? But still very thin drizzle. Matt says there are some blue skies too. Great. All right. How's life outside of cricket? For the last 2 months, I think for the last 2 years, there hasn't been outside of cricket.
There has only been cricket.
Yeah, it's drizzling again. Are Ashish, man.
Dang.
Is this match gone? We'll find out. Gigi never wants you to know. Yeah, Milan.
Someone in the chat had asked the criteria for Praatibh has got that disagreement aura. I don't know what. Sure, thanks. But yeah, someone in the chat was asking as to why Prasidh Krishna or what the criteria was for him to get selected into the test squad. So I have his first class numbers open here and they should give you a little bit of context. In the 26 first class games that he's played, and don't forget this includes the 5 test matches, he's got 94 wickets at a bowling average of 23.7. So
That is very
yeah,
impressive.
and a strike rate of 42. And of course, these numbers have gotten worse because he started
Yeah.
playing test cricket now.
So imagine that.
So he's had 2 really good seasons of red ball domestic cricket, or around 2 to 3 seasons. So
Umang, yes, we used to buy Sports Star. So I got this sidetrack. This is a story of my childhood. Our school library had Sports Star magazines come in. I used to ask my librarian if I could take these posters, and that's why we have this. Right. Game must resume by 11:12 p.m. and will be played till 12 a.m. That is correct.
oh damn! So we have an hour, almost an
Yeah.
hour. Yeah,
Even when that 6:40 update came, the time
45
there
minutes.
was 5:45, so an hour.
Damn, lads.
Umpires walk out 3 minutes later. So the umpires, guys, any words on Ishwaran? I think he's bloody fast on the field. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
The man can run quick. For his selection, we've talked about this a lot. We made an entire video on it. So to just summarize it very quickly, the man averages 49 in first class cricket. The man averages, how is it, what, 30 odd for India?
Yeah, for India, 39, and the overseas is where the problem starts.
Overseas, as in anything outside the subcontinent, he
Yeah.
only averages 29.
Yeah.
Across 27 innings that he's played
true.
outside the subcontinent, he's only had 1 century. And that's where the problem begins. Every time he's played for India A against bigger countries, not bigger countries, any countries outside the subcontinent, that can be Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, West Indies, for that matter, Across 27 innings, he's only had 100. So I think that's where the problem lies. All right. I am going insane, Vignesh. So are we.
Yeah.
So a bit of stat, right? Including this live.
Oh,
This
damn.
is this is just us.
We'll showing off. We'll also be putting these numbers out.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
that's
as
true.
soon as the series
But all
ends.
the cricketing numbers we find out,
Yeah.
we found. All right. Bumsy says I have an exam tomorrow. I'm watching the match and your live. Good stuff.
Nice.
All right. So from the start of the first test match on day one, we have done 47 lives. The 47 includes. The math is inaccurate. Oh, yeah, of course. The math is accurate. 48, 49, 50. Right.
Yeah.
So this is the 47th live that you guys are part of. We have put out 19 YouTube episodes and we have posted 48 reels.
Damn. That is a lot of content.
That's more than 100 pieces of content across whatever test matches from day one until now. Just that. All right, so the umpires are out on the field.
Any
The covers are
parallels?
still on. Doesn't look like it's drizzling, but
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
Any parallels with 2018 England series? I would actually say a lot, because there too it was about the moments that India just kept on losing, because it paints a like the scoreline shows that we got absolutely smashed, but that was not the case. There have been so many moments in those test matches where a session that would have gone India's way, we would have won that test match. So,
All
yeah.
right, so Sundar Sai Sudarshan's Ranji average is 39. Yeah, so his place in the squad can be debated on, and why shouldn't he shouldn't get that chance. But whenever Sai Sudarshan has played for India, not whenever actually, in the recent times, so against Australia, he got
Got a
against
century.
Against Australia A, in Australia he got 100, and
Yeah.
even to be fair, just that. I think Sai
Yeah.
Sudarshan is fast tracked. Some people might argue, like Jared Kimber, in the sense his conversion rate is quite good, which means every time he scores a 50, he scores a 100. Not every time, more often than not. He has a better conversion rate in first class cricket than a lot of other players.
No,
Now
actually,
it might have
I
changed.
don't think that was the case.
No, that was the case. He got a lot of hundreds and 50s. Now it would change because he's played for India. But that was the argument, that he has a good
Yeah.
conversion rate.
In fact, 700s to 650s.
Yeah, see, there you go. And yeah, but we made a whole video on how he shouldn't have debuted for the
yeah.
Indian team this series, but he did. So there you
I
go.
think also purely on just the pecking order of things. Feel like there are easily a couple more batsmen who should have been ahead of him.
Sudarshan
will tell.
says rain has stopped.
Nice.
Right. Is ABD too good in Legends cricket? Possibly. I mean, he won the game as captain for South Africa,
Yeah.
winning his first tournament ever, I think, as a South
Yeah.
African player.
Got a century also, or multiple.
Yeah.
I don't know how many highlights.
If-
Not been following that.
If India wins this, then our mentality in the fourth innings will change. Possibly.
Let's see.
India decided not to play the semi. Yeah, that's true. Guys, with the break, did it erase any 1% chance that India had? They're going to come back with clear plans, less pressure, all the momentum of movement post tee, anything to do with pitch getting the moisture? Maybe. But I don't, I mean, we'll only know if it's done good for the Indian team after this. They've come onto the field and the Indian bowlers bowl the way they do. It's brighter, says Sudarshan. Old ball doesn't go from completely dead to going around corners because of a couple of clouds. Brody smells a rat. Oh, interesting. Did he say that? I mean,
what?
I'd be shocked if there's tampering going around. But I agree with that, though. I don't think the ball goes from being completely dead to doing something. Something has changed. I just don't know what that is. I don't think tampering is the way to go. Unless Karuna did take a fall, being the scapegoat.
No, I no, seriously don't think it's got anything to do with that. You also need to realize that even though it's raining and the pitch is covered, there is water that is still on the covers. That affects the pitch a
No,
little
that's
bit.
not the point. The point is,
Oh, that as
from the ball being dead to
Yeah.
the ball start doing some things, would something have happened?
atmosphere has changed.
Imagine if Chris W comes out to bat with
Vokes.
Chris Vokes comes out to bat with one hand and pulls it off. Yeah, if he comes out to
Yeah.
bat with just one hand, I would lose my mind.
I think he'd get knighthood.
Yeah. Nasir is absolutely right. Dharmasena strolling about while the days play. Yeah, I know he was just walking around, which I didn't know what was going on. Ira, Boston girl here. Do you think? Hey, Ira, it's been a while since you've come to the chat. You were quite here
Active sometime,
activities in Border-Gavaskar Trophy, so it's nice to have you here. All right. Do you think India or England would want to come out today or come fresh tomorrow? Damn, you like the hoodie. Appreciate that a lot. I don't think India would want to come out tomorrow morning. I think
Yeah.
England would be happy if this is how the forecast is. I think India would be happy coming out tomorrow. But mostly, I think the Indian bowlers, if they do want to win from here, would want to come out today. All right,
I tell you who wouldn't want to come back tomorrow, and that's probably the broadcasters
and us.
and us.
The management expects 8 batters to just score 25 extra runs with the reduced bowler to bundle out 1/3 of the team by bowling 25 overs in 2/3 of the session. It's
Yeah,
favoritism
dude.
to batters. Dhruv, you put it so well.
Beautifully put.
Yeah. Boys, GG has become the very thing he hates, a Pakistan coach who has reasons to blame people and refuse responsibility without results. I don't know about Pakistan, but that's what GG's become. What you said, right? Stumps. No way that's that true. Did you say stumps for the sake of stumps? Oh, it is stumps.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, it is stumps on day 4.
Damn.
Umpires walk back upstairs, still no ground clearing activity yet. Right. Stumps are called. Some of the series goes to day 25, so we will be back on day 5. I don't know how happy I am about that,
Boo.
but here we are.
Well.
Yeah. Damn, I can't believe after all of this, we come back to day 5 of Test cricket.
Yeah.
Oh, this is insane to me.
Good lord.
Ah.
This test series just never ends.
Yeah.
It's just been going on and on. I mean, it's okay. We'll come back tomorrow, but will you all be coming back tomorrow? It's a Monday in the corporate world.
That's true. I mean, not only I called the fact that this was the last pre-match before today. Yeah, I'm gonna sit
Wow.
back for a bit. You know what? So we'll take a break for about a minute
Mm.
after a bit, and then we will do a post-match. So the post-match will happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is day 5. After all of this, this series goes on until day 5. England are coming back tomorrow. India is coming back tomorrow. England need 35 to chase. India needs 4 wickets to win.
One good thing is Indian fast bowlers are getting rest, but I don't know if they really wanted it with the way they were going.
Yeah. Akshay Krishnan said, shit, I would miss the match. Well, there you go. Srikanth, they will use a heavy roller. Of course they will. It's
Yeah.
India who needs to come back tomorrow. No, yeah, that's true. I meant the players will come back.
I don't mind if my manager fires me. Nice.
All right, so it's been Stumps. It's called Stumps. That's the end of day's play. We will take a minute off. We'll come back, of course, but wait for a bit. I hope you guys just don't leave the live. We've been here for an hour and 45 minutes. I hope you guys stay for a little longer. We will come back to do a post, talk about the positives, negatives, few interesting tidbits, in technical tidbits, a lot of stats,
Yeah.
and yeah, player of the day and all of that. We'll also talk to you guys for a bit. But yeah, it's 10:30, so we will have an early end to the day. At least that's a positive, even if India hasn't gone on to win, or England, or the match hasn't come to an end, or the fact that it's going to day 5. But we will come back soon. Just give us a minute or two. You can read an interesting stat about this Ashwin and Devdutt if you want. But yeah, there you go. We'll come back soon. All right, we are back, lads. Just say something.
Hello.
All right, we are back, lads. There might be a bit of an echo, which we apologize for, but here we are. You know, Utkarsh, you're right. We will do that tomorrow. For those of you who have left, why? But anyway, for those of you guys who are here, we will do a pre-match
Watch
watch
along
along and the post all together.
Yeah.
So tomorrow when we start the live, we will only end the live after the post. So there you go. We will go live at 2:45 until whenever the match goes on, until the post, and only then we'll finish. So it'll be a long live, but there you go.
Such is life.
Yeah, such is life indeed. All right, so we are back doing the post match.
Yeah.
Post day of today. We will talk about the positives, negatives, and everything around. Hit that like if you haven't already. And like, share, and subscribe, and share this to a lot more people if you guys think they also watch cricket the way you do and we do. All right, let's start off with scorecard.
All right, so no surprises. We've all been following the game, I would like to think. England 50 for 1 overnight. And in the first hour, England were 87 for 2. At that point, it looked like India are heading towards a certain victory. Lunch 164 for 3. But from there, the session that England had is something worth noting. England at tea were 317 for 4. And currently at 339 for 6, stumps has been called due to bad light, rain, all of that jazz. And we sit in a very tricky situation from an English as well as an Indian perspective. But here we are. That has been the day.
All right, let's go to the positives of the day. That's merit and Brit, and here we are.
Cool. So I think you can't go beyond, or you can't look beyond the lion-hearted effort from all of our fast bowlers. That has to be one of the only positives today, especially after, firstly, how we started this morning. I think we were on the money right from the get-go. All of the bowlers looked in really good rhythm, and it was one of the first few times in the series where three fast bowlers together have just back-to-back put a lot of pressure on the English batters. This is something that we've been lacking throughout the series, but it's good that the fast bowlers finally realize that they need to be hitting the stumps more. They need to be bowling a lot fuller. Every box almost was ticked except the box of luck, because we just kept beating the bat and we barely got any reward for it, especially a Mohammad Siraj, who I think all over the internet at this point, you know that he's put in everything he's had. He looked cooked by the end of the day, but he has put in that lion-hearted effort. And so have the other bowlers. Akashdeep was also on the money. Prasidh Krishna did not have the best spell in the middle, but he's still come back strongly and he's looked good. And that's something that, in fact, has got India back into the game to some extent. The reason we are here, first of all, the reason this game has dragged on even up until now, and the reason that we as Indian fans still, to some extent, believe is simply because of how well the fast bowlers have bowled today. Gill, there has been a lot of talk about his captaincy, and the only couple of good points today is his field settings to some extent, where of course he's taken out slips and all, but he's ensured that he's had a couple of boundary riders, because at the rate that Brook was going, the game could have slipped away very, very easily and very fast, which, to be honest, it did. But we still have some runs left in the bank simply because those few fielders were protecting boundaries. So that's a plus point on Gill, but it's mostly just the fast bowlers who've done so well, and they can be mighty proud of that effort.
All right, so that's been the positives of the day. Let's go to in splits versus Brits. That's negatives of the things India can improve on. Damn, I look like a small kid. Anyway, of course, I think the way the Indian bowlers started off, like Praatibh already said, I think they started pretty well. But there were a couple of. Oh, I just went blank for a second and I completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I think the Indian bowlers started off well, but I think what let down the Indian team is the fact that we didn't have a fourth seamer. And I say that. Okay, so there are a couple of things to go over. There's an interesting technical tidbit that I will come to, and that's introducing the spinners early and why that was important, which Shubman Gill struggled with, and which we just didn't do that. But also with the fact that even though the Indian bowlers were bowling really well and bowling well for the most part, when Harry Brooks started attacking, I think I do agree with someone who already said that Shubman Gill was a bit defensive. Again, so you have to keep things in perspective. It's the fact that Shah was taking the bowlers on, but the catchers just went away. The catching positions just went away. You at some point only had one slip and a gully or fourth slip at that. And I don't think that was good enough. And to not introduce spinners early on, to have such defensive fields against Harry Brook, that was just not good enough. And in between, when bowlers started getting tired, of course, you can't really blame them. But I thought Prasidh Krishna and Akashdeep were a little all over the place. They weren't able to stick to the line and lengths, giving easy runs away. And even when spinners were introduced, Jadeja, to be more specific. He just gave a lot of loose deliveries. There were full tosses, there were short balls. You don't expect that from a Ravindra Jadeja. You don't expect that from someone who's picked more than 300 plus wickets. We talked about this in the watch along, but having a bowling average close to your batting average when you had such a successful batting series goes to show how ineffective Jadeja has been with the ball. A strike rate of more than 120 and an average of more than 70 just goes to show that he's been absolutely abysmal this series, and I will continue to say that he's been one of the biggest letdown, if not the biggest letdown, with the ball in this series from the Indian team. But yeah, that's mostly with the negatives. To not have that extra fast bowler has just done for the Indian bowlers. I think Siraj bowled his heart out, but not having that extra option or not being able to rotate your bowlers well enough, which we will come to, has just let down the Indian team. And so here we are. All right, let's go to oh, what a grit. Right, let's go to the player of.
I was on mute for the entire thing.
Oh, wow. Wow, of course.
Sorry, lads. Cool. Let's get back to the moment of this, the match and the day, the match, and possibly the series. Yeah, there is a little bit of flag. I have voice now. But yeah, Mohammad Siraj dropping Harry Brook on 19. Harry Brook went on to score 111. That's 92 runs that were added. That has to be the biggest moment of the day. And yeah, geez, I think that was just really saddening for Siraj. He has been at the receiving end of these crucial moments a couple of times now. And yeah, it's going to be sad, especially because India are not the favorites right now and they aren't in the driving seat. Ah, damn, is the chat still going? Yeah, probably that much lag. But yeah, it's just going to be very sad because Siraj has already been on the receiving end once. If India lose, it is going to be him again who might face a little bit of flack. But yeah, that's going to be a decider for the test series.
There you go. The credit for the bit. I'm losing my. All right, of course. What a disaster of a life this has turned out to be. Oh yeah, there you go. Why? Can you zoom in a little bit? All right, but at the moment of the day, not the moment of the day, the player of the day has to be Siraj. He might not have gotten a lot of wickets. In fact, Prasidh Krishna, I mean, to be fair, Praatibh got that spot on when he said that Prasidh Krishna will be the highest wicket taker in the post match, sorry, in the pre match, which he did. He has got 3 wickets, but I still think the player of the day has to be Mohammad Siraj. 25 overs, 2 wickets, economy of 3.6. He's been the best in terms of economy and containing runs, and the fact that he's been bowling his heart out. I can't get over the fact that Pratip the entire time was mute, and it's making me laugh. But yeah, the player of the day has to be Prasidh Krishna. Great spell, especially just before the rain break and stumps. What a fantastic spell! But for Siraj to follow it up, being tight in the other end was very important, and he was tight the entire time. Says something about his economy rate. Yeah, the fact that he has got wickets, contained runs. A lot of people might also say he's been very unlucky today. Just says something about his spell. So good on him. All right, let's go to few quick wit in Brit, few stats.
Awesome. This is mostly going to be an England loaded stat heavy thing because English have been on top today. Harry Brook getting to his 10th Test 100. This is the second most in Test cricket since 2022. He is behind only Joe Root, who has 15 centuries. 13, which is the number of 50 plus scores in the fourth innings of a test match scored by Joe Root. This is the joint most. And he joined some elite players. He's joined the likes of Graham Smith, Shiv Narayan, Chandapal. A lot of greats on that list. 7,000 plus runs in this test series collectively. This is only the second ever instance for a series to be witnessing these many runs. 9 is the number of batters who have scored 400 plus runs in this test series. It is the first time ever that it has happened. Ben Duckett is the first English player to reach 50 plus 4 times in this series. And lastly, 50, which is the number of innings taken by Harry Brook to get to 10 Test hundreds, which is the fastest ever since Sir Don.
All right, let's go to quick wit and grit to technical tidbit, and this is the rotation of bowlers where I was talking about. So the reason I think spinners should have been introduced much earlier is not because they would have got anything off the pitch, but because the fast bowlers could have been rotated more efficiently without everyone losing their minds. We saw that by the end of the day, before the rain breaks, Siraj was just out of things. Prasidh Krishna was on it because he was getting those wickets and he was troubling the batters. But again, if you ask Prasidh Krishna, Siraj, and Akashdeep, I don't think they had anything left in the tank, especially Siraj. And to be able to use Siraj effectively and efficiently, I think in the middle session, right before tea, I think spinners could have been introduced way earlier, in fact. And it should have been Sundar Jadeja. Again, the couple of overs that he did bowl gave away a lot of runs. Sundar also wasn't best, but again, he was able to contain runs. And that's what spinners would have been able to do. Just hold up one end, hopefully, and have the fast bowlers rotate. And it's not that the spinners should have been completely bowling from one end. They could have bowled those 5 to 10 overs and given the fast bowlers a break. The spinners until that point only bowled 2 overs, and the fast bowlers was going at it, the three bowlers. This is also where the fourth seamer would have helped. But if you have two spinners in the squad, might as well use them and make sure the fast bowlers are not losing their heads. I think Shubman Gill should have done a better job as a captain with rotating the bowlers. But here we have three fast bowlers, nothing left in the tank. And thankfully for them, it's another day, but I don't think anyone's happy about the fact that it's going to the fifth day. All right, that's been the technical tidbit for the day, and that's rotating fast bowlers. Let's go to addressing a chat. We'll be here for a small while.
Chat, yeah. Cooked. Absolutely cooked. If Siraj could have taken that catch, it would have been a totally different story. 100% it would have. But how much do you blame the man? He's been doing everything correctly. He's been not been batting. He's been bowling his heart out. I mean, the time he didn't bat, he almost took us past the line as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Unpopular opinion, maybe I just want Akashdeep to maintain his line and length. The 5 wides might cost us, though it won't cost us the series. That's a bit too harsh on the man.
Yeah.
2 times, by the way. He's bowled 2 5 wides. But anyway, series is too harsh. I mean, you can pick your moments. Siraj is drop, or Rishabh Pant's run out, or Shubman gets run out. Anything could have cost us the series. It's a domino effect. But saying that 5 wides cost us the series, that's too harsh on the man. How would you compare this series versus BGT consider England win this match?
You'll have to be more specific on what aspects. I do still think that this was a more inspired series from an Indian point of view. Saw a lot of young guns in action, saw a completely new side almost. I mean, sure, we've retained the core of the team, but a lot of newbies being put into the mix, a lot of baptism by fire, so to speak. So, from that perspective, I think India has a lot to be proud of.
True.
But with the scoreline, if it goes 3-1, I don't think that's something that they will be too happy with. Especially now with the kind of position that they have got themselves in. Still England's game to lose or win. But yeah, I think India can still be mighty proud. And it's important for this team to build on from here because you don't want to forget these experiences. And that's what at least every test match going to the fifth day should help with experience.
True, that is true. Why did Indian batters find it so hard to bat while the English batters were batting so easily? The pitch just settled down. I mean, you saw in the last 15 overs how difficult it was for even Joe Root to bat. He was batting post, like he crossed 100.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how the pitch behaved in the last couple of days. It's a bit of surprise that it didn't behave like that today, but it started behaving like that in the last couple of overs. Your views is correct, but considering the flat pitch was a BGT, the spicier pitch, true.
Yeah, that's fair. I think, yeah, but that's a challenge that each condition poses, right? You still need to recognize that even if the pitches are flatter, India still had its moments of really good bowling and all of that.
That is true. Yeah, Arvind, you're right. I get vibes of 2018. Close test, loss of moments more than completely. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you look at the top 5 run getters now, top 5 run getters of the series, 4 of them are Indians.
Yeah.
Which is insane. If you told us that before the England series started, I don't think any of us were going to believe that.
Exactly.
Especially with Shubman Gill being the highest run scorer.
And here's the thing, right? Like, I see a lot of people on Twitter talking about how the scoreline might be 4-1, but people talk about how the matches itself suggested otherwise moments. And people were disagreeing with how it still does not do justice to the kind of mistakes that you're making. Yes, it doesn't. But you need to realize that we are a nation who's come from watching India get absolutely smashed 3-0, 4-0 abroad, especially around 2010-11, where it did not look like like India wasn't even going with the mindset to be able to win.
True.
And now the mindset is that when we don't win, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
At one moment, it felt like England were going to chase a 200 from there. Then a 30 run seemed impossible. Finally, how this game changes so quickly.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
It's been a riveting series from both sides. That is absolutely spot on.
Mm.
Also, why we will end this live now. It's it's come to a drastic end, but we've just decided we're going
Yeah.
to end it. What about Gothi after the series loss? We'll talk about that tomorrow, apparently.
And also a video on Friday, maybe.
Right, couple of things. How much will a heavy roller affect tomorrow? This you'll get to know tomorrow. So tomorrow's plan is this. There's not going to be pre-post watch along. There's going to be one live tomorrow. We will start at 2:45. Have a pre. Talk about whatever we can talk about. How India should possibly try defending these 35 runs and get those 4 wickets.
Yeah.
Not defend 35 runs. There's nothing to defend. Get those 4
Get
wickets.
those wickets.
And we will do a watch along on the same live. And then once the match gets over, we'll do a post on the same live. Everything same live. We'll start at 2:45.
Mm.
Finish it whenever things get over. All right. Last question, Vignesh. All right. Ask a question fast.
He's asked, did Akash the
Oh, they have another question. Did Akash Deep bowl really well with the old ball? He bowled decent. I
Yeah.
think there are a couple of deliveries where he was straight down the leg side where someone said, yeah, five wides.
Yeah.
I think he needs to improve with the old ball. He's not been as effective as when he is with the new ball. Saying that a lot of bowlers learn with time. He's only played a handful of test matches.
And
Excuse
he's had his fair share of niggles also. He's
Yeah,
never looked up beyond one test. He never looks 100%. The
Yeah.
second test or third test is a struggle for him. So
Yeah. Deepika Hari, should GG be sacked? It's not a yes or no question. It's a bit complicated, which is why
Yeah.
we'll have videos coming out on Friday
Yep.
about that. All right. We will come back at 2:45, do a pre-watch along and everything, post on the same live. So see you guys at 2:45. It's a Monday afternoon, so I don't know how many of you all will actually come. But thank you so much for today. Thank you so much for sticking in. If you have stuck for 2 hours,
That's
that
crazy.
is insane. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane to us. So
Appreciate it.
yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We will come back tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Vamsi, appreciate the appreciation is what I'll say. Right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. See you guys tomorrow.
Peace.